I'm live. Give me a moment. Let me smoke up. If y'all are wondering, how you doing today? First and foremost, blessings to all of us who are still here, who are still not following the angry process that evil has made us try to trend on. So much respect to y'all. It takes a lot to do what we do every day. Uh, South Carolina, aka Mark, my roomie, made this statement, if you will, during the waiting of this fabulous stream. I'm gonna leave that up there for y'all to read while I just, talk to Mary J real quick. And he stated, we still have free will. But the big but word, our life has already been planned. I agree to disagree in a sense with that. So sit on it for a minute. And then Mark, if you want to join, you can, but I got something to say about that right there. If y'all haven't read the description, please do so. And tell me what you think about that too. Meantime, I am going to screen share it while we wait. That's what I'm going to do. I got so much to talk about. Good things, some things not so good. Well, I don't know how to say it. I won't do this, but I want to talk about dreams because I think my dreams have become so explicit that I have to. And if I don't talk about them, then where they're going to go, they're going to keep manifesting. You know what I mean? Kind of classy. Hello. Kind of. You are classy. I love you. Look up Watchmen. If you want to join me, you are more than welcome to. I did just subscribe to your channel. I apologize. I haven't done so before. I kind of slack on that. If y'all just remind me, I will do so. Be like, you know what, China, you have not subscribed. Just let me know. And I couldn't find the video that you wanted me to. So if you want to drop me that link, you can. Um, I like where you're going with your page, Watchman. I do. You think on a level that I haven't even thought about yet, but it has kind of crossed my mind. I just haven't touched it. This is why I believe that each and every one of us are important for the little things that we have knowledge of. We don't have to have the, extraordinary knowledge to where it blows out the dome, just enough knowledge. Hey, Tammy, used and abused, TAMMY, just enough knowledge to, nudge the person beside you, and at least make them think outside of that invisible box we never had, you know? So yeah, I really like your channel. Everybody, we used to be able to have these live streams and you could click on their icon or their thumbnail and go straight to their channel. However, we can't do that. Nothing is easy. So if you want to, everybody, Tammy, kinda look at, no matter what your channel is about, drop your links here so everybody can, click on them and go subscribe. And if y'all want to remind people of that as they come in, that'd be a great thing to do. Cocoa Pop, Tammy Pop. I love you, Tammy. How you doing, Tammy? How's your health? But everybody should definitely go check out everybody's page because this is the prime of what I'm speaking of. Because everything I wanted to talk about tonight leads up to look up Watchman's page. Believe that or not, synchronicity is in full effect, and if you pay attention to it, the more you'll have. I find that, yeah, I'm smoking. I find that relevance to everything we do in life. If you can comprehend with it, then follow it. If you can't, question it, and ask, why are you put in that position? Because, guys, okay, back to the dream. I don't talk about my dreams, but I kind of wrote down a message. I know I don't do this. God help me, Lord, be with me. Cause I'm gonna read it to y'all exactly how I wrote it down. I wrote it down the moment I woke up because I know I will forget. It makes sense to me, but it may not make any sense to y'all. This is like really deep. And come on now. How many of you been with me forever and know that I don't do these kind of things? I've never been politically correct, and I've by no means ever been verbally correct. I can't spell wolf it. Just these are my feelings, and I just have to give them to y'all. I ain't one of those people that talking about I talked to the Lord or I talked to Yeshua. I didn't do none of that. That did not happen. But these words come to me, and I put them all in a paragraph, just a little paragraph, and I think y'all should hear them. There's at least one of y'all watching today, tomorrow, or whenever. There's at least I've been hitting at least 200 a day on my videos, so at least one of them people will hear me in such a way that it'll change their tomorrow. Who was it? Tammy, earlier you said, this is what Tammy said earlier. Hold on. Tammy is, I'm sorry, used, abused, and confused. This is what she wrote. I'm so livid. Jumping out of my skin. We've been trying to buy a home for the last 6 months, and a lot of evil entities keep putting more hurdles in front of us ripping off more and more money. And by her saying ripping off unnecessary money that we have all earned, I mean, we everything we get, we have received. If you worked all your life, you definitely earned. But there's some money floating around and there was not. So when Tammy says ripping us off, she's absolutely right, because she is one of those people who worked all her life, dedicated to paying the damn government so she can have lights, water, and food to feed her kids. And here she goes using that word ripping off. And she's precisely right, because that's exactly what they're doing. They giveth and they take it away. People with unemployment, I'm watching my roommates go through this. It was so easy to get that $600 a week, wasn't it, y'all? That's the easiest thing ever. Don't y'all see where it lied, though? It lied right with the line of, I'm going to take it away. And once I take it away, you're going to be fiending. You're going to not want to get a job making so much less than $600 a week that you're going to get angry. This sets in what? Tammy, what's it set in? Fear-mongering. You're scared now. You can't pay your rent. You can't do this because you was blasé on your money that the government all of a sudden wanted to give you. Food stamps went up. Government money went up. People are dying. Majority of them were senior citizens. So you see what they're doing? They're balancing it out for themselves. That's how I look at it. More senior citizens died, the less SSI they had to give. So why not pass it out? They ain't got nothing to do with it. It's just paper with ink on it and a whole lot of symbols that you have no idea what you're looking at. So yeah, everybody's going to be ripped off. I'm telling y'all what to do. You got to get into the camper life. The camper life is the way to live. If you have a whole lot of money, then get you a big, nice remote camper that everything is remote. If you don't have a whole lot of money, then get you a nice camper where you could drive and sleep. Pull up. My intentions are, when I get that first stimulus, I ain't received one. Not one. Because I was meant to get it in a lump sum. And when I do, I'm going to get that camper. So I ain't got to pay the government no more lights, no more electricity. Go to a campground. Do your thing. I know how to change the whole septic tank and all that good stuff. I'm good. I am a prairie girl. I could do that. And I think all y'all should do the same thing, Tammy. That's the best thing you could do. My son he's about to be 27 in July, and he's about to literally buy his first home after renting already. But now it's not a good time, y'all. I don't think ever is going to be a good time. And I mean ever from here on out. It's not going to be a good time, because what I got to tell y'all, this materialistic stuff that everybody is vain about, even you, Tammy, is not necessary where we are about to ascend. And the less worries is the more you can pay attention to the good things in your life. Appreciate that little stove unit you got in that RV. Appreciate the RV. Appreciate, the fact that your kid called you. That's what I'm vibing on right now. By God, if I could just hear from my kids once a day, I'm good. But you got to focus on them, y'all. Tammy, I say get a camper. That's just what I say. That's just what I, ask. Welcome, Teresa, South Carolina Skywatcher. Let's get to you real quick. Whenever you said, hold on, let me put it back up. Here you go. All right. AKA Mark said, we still have free will, but our life has already been planned. Now, I'm going to drop you all that link and we can talk about this. I'm going to go ahead and say my say so first. Mark, the only reason I agree to disagree with you on that is because you're half right, half wrong. We still, you said we still have free, we've always had free will. That's why I can't understand why anybody's child had to be crucified and carried out in such a manner for our sins, because we have always had free will. Okay. Second of all, you said, but, I got a problem with buts anyway. Our life is already been planned. It's not that, everybody says, well, that's already been planned. It's not that it's been not been planned. Maybe not in the third dimension. Definitely not the fourth. Maybe in the fifth dimension, you can do your walk of life. But here, you're supposed to mess up. Here in this third dimension, you're supposed to make mistakes. Here in this third dimension is where you are tempted. And this is the only dimension beside the fourth that you're going to be tempted. You know what I mean? So it's your walk of life. It's not that it's been planned. It has been done. Your higher self is talking to you every single day you change. Every day, your higher self is helping you make the right decision. That's what I say. We have endless possibilities to do the right thing. And I know it's so damn simple, you guys, but you just got to stay happy. You just have to stay happy. Literally, that's all you have to do. And be honest with yourself. But forgiveness, let me read this. I'm going to drop the link. I'm going to read this because I'm shy. And y'all can sit on this for a minute. Whew. Y'all know I ain't good at this. When have I ever done this? Where is my Shanna Honey when I need her? All right, here we go. Whew. Where's my front? Okay, just like I titled it, this is my thought process from my dreams. Let's remind ourselves who we really are. Everyone has a position that is unique in this third dimension. The roads we take are determined, and I'm telling y'all, every road you take, Mark, every choice you make is determined only according to the evolution of the soul. You got to understand that. You can't blame who you are right now on anything, because right now you're in learning mode. That's how I look at it. We're in a learning mode to becoming individuals to be able to decipher for ourselves who we are and not lean on the public or not lean on somebody's advice or not lean on whether you like my photo today. Am I pretty enough to be here? I walk with a limp now. I used to be embarrassed, but y'all know what? I'm not embarrassed because of my limp anymore. Scars made me who I am. I remember one time we walked through the grocery store when I first started walking again. My son said, Mama, I said, I'm embarrassed. You know what my son told me? I'm not. Those little things in life that we really need to pick up on. And you got to take it and you got to own that moment and respect what that person said, especially if you gave birth to him. They mean that. And I think that we've taken our entire life and judging because our kids didn't do enough for us. What if we haven't done enough for them? We expect so much of our children, but we forget that we were children too. Some shit we just got to let go. And I'm still apologizing to my babies. I'm always going to be apologizing. Not because I am sorry, because I didn't own up to it when I knew better. That just came out of my mouth. I knew better. And I did it anyway. That's that part. That's that three-dimensional Tammy that's going to be left right here. Because I'm able to say that. I'm able to say I'm sorry, and I truly am sorry. I used to say you guys didn't come with directions, but that was only me fearing that they were right. I messed up. But they still came out okay. They're still great kids. They're productive children. They ain't got no jail records. They smoke their weed and they're cool. And I'm a grandma. So let me get back to the paper. Whew. The roads we take are determined only according to the evolution of the soul, because your higher self is going to tell you what to do until you get it right. But you got to be able to tune in to your higher self. See, that's where all the frequencies come in. That's what no masturbation means. That means no sex, no drugs, no alcohol. You have to be sober. And that's what he meant. That's what whoever meant when they wrote that in that book. Have a sober thought, period. You can't make decisions if you're altered by any kind of drugs that you're getting from the pharmacy right now to cure something that's already there by another drug. You see where they get us all the way around, you guys. So what is it? It's our light that's got to shine past this bullshit. Stay off of the prescribed drugs if you can. Wing yourself off of them. I'm winging myself off the beer as much as I can. And don't think for one second I ain't got a lot to work on. I got a lot to work on. But I do thank God for my marijuana. I thank my Lord that it is naturally grown. Because I think that's the key to everything. Ask the Indians. Okay. Your consciousness follows you like your shadow. Understand that? There's a reason for your shadow. That's to depict, I don't even know how to look at that anymore, but that shadow is who you are, and it's right behind you, and it's a perfect script of your exact being. That's nothing, though. That's the shadow of this vessel that you're in. But your consciousness is who you are. Your consciousness is you. Your consciousness has everything to do with your soul. Your consciousness will lead you on the right path. You just got to pay attention to it. If you feel bad for something, then you need to take care of that. Whatever it takes to make you okay with that, whatever you feel bad about, If you caused something you don't want to tell anybody, you got to tell that person. If you've been unfaithful, you need to tell that person. If you're late on your rent, you don't need to lie about it. You need to say that this is why I'm late. Give the opportunity to the other person receiving the message to be able to deal with the truth. And then I bet you had good consequences instead of lying and covering stuff up. Wish I'd known then what I know now. Death is only a transition, you guys. I was told, verbally, to tell y'all that. Death is only a transition, and I think if the majority of us realize that, we're not going to be scared of it. You're not going to be scared just to pass on. I think it's a lot like going underneath anesthesia, honestly. I think you just go. Probably tragic on how one does pass. I get it. But I think that if Christ did die on that cross and everything did happen like it did. And I say if because I'm not a full believer in it, but guarantee you that God took all that away from him before anything even, I guarantee you that one vessel didn't go through any pain. He didn't. And if you give yourself and you walk with the Lord, or whatever you want to call that hierarchy that we do have, then I think you'll be okay. But nothing's easy. Come on now. I am preaching this to, I'm sitting there looking at my laptop, y'all, talking to you guys. I ain't even looking at the chat because I don't want anything to interrupt me or get me sidetracked, because I'm easy for that. Hell, somebody just got mad at me on the phone the other day because I talked too much. Literally yelled at me. In return, I could have rebelled, but I didn't. You know what I did? I'm just sitting here waiting. Because in my defense, I already said ahead of time on the voicemail, this was just voicemail. This wasn't even on the phone. But I see that irritation, but I'm not going to allow it to affect me. When people around you get upset, when people around you get angry for no reason, especially if you're empathetic like I am, you got to walk away from it. You cannot allow yourself to absorb it. You literally got to remove your whole being away from that energy, because it's stronger than ever right now. Tammy, that's why you're going through so many hurdles. I got up today and stepped on a big bottle of baby powder. I don't even know how I got on the floor and just squirted it everywhere, only to come back in my room and do it again. So I got baby powder everywhere. I've lost everything around me today. Little things like that are going to happen. All I'm saying is expect them and deal with them. You have to deal with them in a positive way, though. Okay, death is only a transition. Here I go. Forgiveness. I think that's huge, because there's only a now. You guys got to really realize that everything in the universe is happening all at once. It seems like it's consequential because it's what's happening right now. how do I explain this? We perceive the way we perceive everything is is like happening in the now. But what if I told you that there is another you in another dimension? It goes back to listening to the elders when I was growing up, when they used to say, don't pierce your body, don't listen to music. And I used to look at these people like, what you mean? And then saw the movie Footloose and was like, oh, well, the music's not supposed to be played there either. But now I know why. Because they're all influences. I mean, you want to hear music like angels sing. You want to hear symphonies of trumpets and what do you call the string harps? You want to hear that. That's the kind of symphony you want to hear. You really don't want to hear all this negativity going on. Half of them are clones anyway, but that's a whole different story. All I'm saying is everything in the universe is happening at once. You know, we predict everything. We make choices because of what? Things we were taught. I'm telling y'all right now, everything you were taught is not right. Does it make any sense to y'all that you went through kindergarten to six, from six to night to 12, and then in college, only to learn the same damn thing the person sitting beside you is learning? Everybody in the States was brought up with the same beliefs about everything. Now, to me, that's just not right. And then you weren't allowed to speak your own truth. I got kicked out of 6th grade almost because of my belief in the sun lighting up the moon. I got punished for being left-handed, like literally slapped on the hand with a ruler for being left-handed. And I'm not even going to start talking about how they used to talk about color, even in the 70s. And I hated it. It made me literally want to throw up. So maybe I'm on a different, you understand what I'm saying? My frequency is like, I've been here probably 10 times more than the average person. Because I'm telling y'all, I'm falling fate to my words right now. And I'm telling y'all, ascension is happening. This is about to happen. And I don't know about this flat earth thing anymore, because I'm telling you, the world is moving and it is about to come to a complete stop. And when it stops, this is when you will ascend. This is when people think the rapture is going to happen. People are going to disappear. But you know what? I'm not going to heaven or hell. I'm going to be judged, and I'm going to keep moving out the matrix. Everything that we do has an effect. You guys know that cause and effect thing. That's one of the things we were taught. That's right. A cause and effect. So if I make you angry right now, walk away from it. If you go to the grocery store tomorrow and somebody upsets you, if somebody cuts you off tomorrow while you're going down the freeway, let it go. If your bill comes a little bit more expensive than it should be tomorrow, let it ride. Find out what you need to do. Take the necessary process to have it, altered or done with. But what I'm asking y'all is, if y'all listening to me today, take the time tomorrow not to be so upset about something. This helps enlighten people. This helps your light shine brighter, because as soon as negativity comes in, you're feeding negativity. Look at it like this, y'all. We are like cables. You know how you boost batteries in cars? Look at it like this. It's a fight right now between the negative and the positive. Some people call, it's the Archangel Michael and the dragon. Okay, look at it like how you will. But the angrier we stay here on Gaia, the more negative energy. It doesn't matter if you fall on banana peel and you get pissed off, you're feeding negative energy. You got to find a way. I'm still trying to find a way each and every day not to let anything tick you off or make your chakras any lower. Stay high in your chakras and just try to be high. You are the company you keep. You know that one person always annoy you when they call or they come by, you got to tell that person to stop doing that. Really, you have to ask that person, please, don't come by here no more. Don't bother me. Or however you want to put it. All right, y'all, here's the link. I'm going to go freshen up real quick. Whew, that felt good. Thank y'all so much for listening. Damn, that really did feel good. Maybe I'll do that more often. All right, here's the link, you guys. Copy. And y'all can join me as soon as my touchscreen allows this to happen. And I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Did the link pop up? I hope it did. Yesterday, or day before yesterday, I had a problem with that. I did it, Sandy. I did it. Don't kick the laptop, Sandy. I'll be right back. If y'all hear something go thump thump, it's because my dog kicked it off the bed. Oh yeah, something else I want to tell y'all. Everybody can get in on the PPP loan that is going on. Everybody's getting. I mean, I haven't received one stimulus, but my sister had me look into it. And when you do file your taxes, if a bank has any more money, you can apply for the PPP, and you have your YouTube channel as your small business. Just letting y'all know that you can use your YouTube address. I think at least you got to have like 5 years or more. But I'm claiming, and I think I get like 6,000 at least. So yeah, you can use. And I found out from a email from YouTube. So y'all just keep that in mind. Ow. Okay. You know what? Let me give y'all a break. Hold on. Give me a break. I sure deserve it. It's time I met. Oh, Ryder. Hi, dear. Good to see you. It's been a minute. Oh, Lord. No. See, you were. I really didn't mean to do that, y'all. Hold on. Trying to screen share something for just a minute. I hope y'all would join me, especially if I brought you up a few minutes ago. Please do so. How about I'm just gonna put one of my videos on and let y'all watch it for just a second. Yep. Share. I darn sure don't see any of y'all popping up. Well, that's just mean. That's okay. I can handle this all by myself. No, y'all, here's one of my videos. I'll be right back. Existence this morning. Good morning, everybody. I believe y'all may be in for a treat today. Straight from my camera. Good morning, everybody. I have tons. I'm trying to make it bigger. There we go. Cubby holes. Oh, yeah, and I'm blocked out of my Instagram. I can't get into my Instagram. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I might be out. Back out sooner than later. All right, y'all. Please love and like, take care, and stay tuned. Why is that at the end? See? This is what I'm talking about, y'all. I'm not supposed to get upset, though. Don't get upset. I'll go ahead and speak this into existence this morning. Good morning, everybody. I believe y'all may be in for a treat today. Straight from my camera. Good morning, everybody. I have tons of footage to upload, so I decided just to go live today and stream it all. That's what I'm going to do. I just don't have time. Lots to talk about. Everybody be outside today at 4:44. There's a ray of light coming from the Federal Galactic Federation. It's not coming from them. It's coming from the universe. It's supposed to kick her ass with knowledge, so I'll be out there 4:44 p.m. on the East Coast. Okay. What do you think that is? Ho ho. What could it be? Shanna, honey. I had some footage I wouldn't even show y'all. Sorry, smoke it. This is just that not ready for people. People are ready for it, should I say. Shanna, you would have been proud of me earlier. I hope you heard it, maybe. I did good. Here's the link, y'all. Oh. Seriously. Look over here. Yeah. How about that? Look at that skin. Look at that. Like he's chilling in a game chair. Okay. Didn't see that coming. You see that? Big face. Huge face. Eyes, nose, mouth. Only Shannon Honey can see that. All right, let me get up out of here. Roots. Oh, see, my people who really needed approval from on my little lecture I gave are just coming in. Roots, Shanna, y'all gonna have to rewind. I think I did good. Blessings to you, Roots. Oh, I dropped the link if y'all want to jump on. Yeah, I had a lot planned today, and I went by stopped by Matrix Man, Matt Man's channel earlier, and a whole lot was going on. But they brought up this one lady brought up Mr. Potato Head. I don't know how many of you know this, but you can't buy Mr. Potato Head in a female or a male anymore. It's literally a trans doll. And this was brought up, and I thought it was funny, but they brought awareness to me and about how people react to certain things. You know what I mean? The anger. I mean, hell, all I got to do is touch you on the shoulder and you are mad. So that gave me more courage to do what I did earlier, and that was talk about anger and anger issues and where it takes you. And, you know, you are so important in this ascension that you should not allow anybody to anger you, because the one who angers you rules you in a sense, because you go that entire day or that entire month, year, whatever, being angry or upset or regretting something. But that one person's thought, that negativity has been on your mind the whole time, which has shut down some of the positive energy that could have came in the meantime. You know, we spend so much time, I'm guilty as well, being angry for no reason when we don't know and realize the importance of letting light in and just being happy. It's so much more than that happy gland that we have that makes us laugh, or do you take a drug for that endorses it? No, it's you can be human and just actually be happy all the time. It's that we got to get past that. I got to get past that. I'm okay with the forgiving thing. Oh, Lord, I'm good at the forgiving thing because I'm finally forgiven and not just saying it. I'm not saying it to make somebody comfortable or saying it so something will go away. I actually heartfelt when I tell you I'm sorry. I truly mean that. And I feel like I'm forgiven for that. I'm not lying anymore. I guess that's another thing. Shanna Honey, it sounds like Pony. There she is. There's my Honey.
Hi.
Hey, baby girl.
Hey,
How you
sister.
doing? How you
I'm
doing?
good. I'm doing good. I feel so much better today.
Good. You sound better.
Nah, I know. Girl, I was sounding bad. Oh,
No, you just sounded like you had so much to do. You sound like a busy person. Did you not work today? You got a day to rest? You've been busy.
No, I work today.
Okay.
I did work, so.
You sound rested. You're smiling. I saw that.
Oh.
So tell me some good news. What is good? How are your plants doing?
Good. Did I tell you I relocated everything?
I think I talked to you once that day.
Well, yesterday I had an argument with my neighbor, my Uncle Jim, and so
The one with the
uh,
rifle? The guy with
the
the
one
rifle?
with the what?
The one with the rifle?
Yep.
Okay, go ahead.
He. We got into argument. So, and we're sharing a garden area. Uh, and I went and dug up all my plants and relocated them after all my hard work. And so I'm still trying to relocate everything. So there's that.
You know what now? I bet I can tell you something. I bet you it was meant to be over there in the first place. And I mean, sometimes, Yahweh will put something in our way to make us step to a better place. So maybe it was meant to be there anyway, right? Right? He just wasn't going to do
That's
it.
what I'm thinking. That's exactly
Yep.
what I'm thinking.
Has to be. Some
Has
negative
to be.
turned into some positive, I bet you. He gonna
To
be
be
mad
honest,
because your garden's gonna be so much more flamboyant. What do you say when they're big and juicy? And I'm sorry.
they weren't really doing that good anyway. So
Um,
I would, maybe this is where I can keep a better eye on them, and
yep.
it is what it is. And I was pissed off at first, and now I'm just like, you know what? This is a blessing in disguise,
There
and
you go. That's exactly what this whole show is about tonight. Yep. See how you took that though? You took it and you turned it into something positive and your own free will. Yeah.
well, there ain't no other way to do it. There really isn't.
I know.
Like I said, I got pissed off at first, but then I realized I was like, there's no sense in getting pissed. There's just deal with it, and it like you said, it's a blessing in disguise. It is what it is.
Yep. Yep. And you know what? The next time, if that ever happens, something from your garden is going to be, and especially you're away from rattlesnakes. That was probably like, okay, this is where they're not going to go. But not only that, you're not going to gloat from it, are you? And you got these huge, beautiful.
Oh no,
Okay,
I'm not gonna glow. I'm not even planning
you know
on
what I would
speaking.
do? I would take him a basket.
Hmm. Yep, that sounds like a plan, Sissy.
See, you kill him with kindness. You win every time.
Girl, that's part of the bullshit. Is that I'm like, he's on medication for paranoid schizophrenia and all this
I
stuff.
know,
So,
but he's still mean. He was mean before that, wasn't he?
oh yeah,
Okay, well,
oh
he's still.
yeah, but you know, my point. I'm just saying, I can't get mad at him because
That's
that's
right.
just
Who he
who
is.
he is.
Yeah. But you just wish he'd told you that before you had to replant, of course.
Yeah, everything had just started like kind of, yeah, no, getting its roots established and whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway,
But
and
you know
he didn't tell me I had to move everything. I just moved everything so I wouldn't have to deal with his ass.
what? Because your higher self said, go ahead and do that, girl. Let's just go ahead and put it over.
Hmm. I'm like, why did I even put it over in there in the first place? Which is what my husband said. He was like, why are you putting it over there where you have to deal with him? And I was like, I don't know.
What's up, Scott Beck? Do I know you, Scott Beck? Scott, what's his name?
I know Zuzka.
No, I know Zoo too. Zoo was in here the other night. I'm talking about Scott Beck. You know what I thought about doing? Let me go ahead and say this. Um, you and I need to put together a reunion. I'm talking Cat's Eyes, FPV. I'm talking all of them, everybody. Just like put together something maybe a month from now, just so we can check out each other's channel. It can be private if they want, don't have to be public. But I miss them. Don't you miss them?
Girl, every now and then I still have to listen to Return of Innocence by Enigma just to remind
Mm-hmm.
me of FPV.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
Yeah.
not just to remind me of FPV, but when I first met FPV, which was like 5 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
at least 5 years
It
ago,
was about that for me, but you know him before me, I think.
it might have been 6 years ago. I want to say
Yeah.
it was 2016 ish,
Mm-hmm.
and it was way before APM and all that. Okay,
Yeah. I'm gonna drop
and
you on the link for
it
talking
was just like me and him and Cat's Eyes in there, where he had a little cartoon cat that would jump around the screen,
with the
and we just
lipstick.
listened to music, you know. And our favorite song that he'd play was Enigma,
Yep.
Return to Innocence.
Yep.
And I just listened to that yesterday, and I was thinking about, man, I miss the old days.
Okay, going back to what I was saying, I think that because I tune in every now and again. I'm just in and I'm out, because I really don't have. They're so far, in their research now that I don't even know where I am anymore. So I do tune in and tune out, and
You just
unfortunately,
jump in and say hi, or do you even say hi?
sometimes I do, depending on who's there and who's not. Feel me?
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, what I was about to say is I saw them recently. It was, I guess they did this months back, but they were actually interviewed like on a big channel. I was sitting here just feeling it like, yes, that they deserve it. They're in order for anybody to get to where we are, and I'm not being biased, but to where you and I are, even though we agree to disagree, they gotta go through FPV. They gotta see Cat's Eyes. You gotta go through that because it's an experience. Whether you want to stay there or you don't, that's up to you. But everything I was taught by them, I live by now, just different beliefs. Feel me, Shanna? What's your take on it? I'm trying to drop the
Uh,
link. Our skies.
I I
I,
don't necessarily believe you got to go through there, but that's, to each their own, because I
if you wouldn't have went through them with everything that you did learn, and whatever happened, can you think of any other channel that could have done that for you? I want to shout out to Russ, our skies today. Hello, Russ.
well,
Love you.
I truly only went to FPV back in the day because I just wanted to play it. He had just a place to listen to music. It was just a place for flat earthers to chill.
All right.
It wasn't. I That's already when he started doing APM. I left there, so I didn't really do much of the APM.
Then give me this. Tell whoever's listening something that you recommend to them, because you know what we're trying to do here, right? We're trying to help out the little ones. I mean, I see so many people on Instagram. By the way, y'all can't get in my Instagram. They're trying to give me an email that I never existed. They want me to check in with an email that I've never existed. I've never ever had this email, so it's going to be a minute. But on Instagram, hands down, they winning in the sky community, you guys. They are flipping the script over there. Like, it's just beautiful. So Instagram is another thing I recommend to go to. But Shanna, what part, even before you go APMA, before you became my best friend, give the people something to look, give them a recommendation of a YouTube channel or somewhere they can go to get an inkling of awakeness. Is that even a word? No.
It's a word to me.
Help them out. Give them something.
That's difficult, sissy.
No, it's not.
Uh, it it is for me because I watch such a plethora of things that
Okay, what's plethora? I ain't never heard the
uh,
word.
a plethora means a shit ton.
Oh,
I'm all over the place. Like I
no wonder it's a
watch
mouthful. Plethora.
plethora. It's PLRTHRA plethora.
Right.
I don't know.
Okay, go ahead, baby.
Anyway, like cuz I watch truthers as far as law. I watch a lot of stuff on people working in law things, and I watch a lot of stuff on world things. Like, uh, I'm all over the place because I want my mind to be very. I threw myself into total re education a long time ago, and not the bad kind.
I
Not the bad
know.
kind of re education, because these re education camps they gonna throw us in is not good.
I
But
know.
I
Hold on.
totally threw myself in re education a
Shanna,
long
Shanna,
time
Shanna,
ago.
honey, Shanna, I know you can't see the chat, but I'm just want to question. Maybe they can type it in there. Old Ryder said, "Holy crap, Russ! I hate that happened to you. Are you go and to be okay, I want to know what happened. And I'm sure you do too, but you can go ahead. I just wanted you to know that because I know you can't see the chat. All right, carry on.
Now,
Thanks.
what's going
Russ.
on?
Russ, our skies today. You know Russ, Planet X.
Yeah,
All right, well, something happened and Orion responded to him. Oh, can you see that? Yeah, I can put it up there. There you
yeah.
go. Okay, what state are you in? Before that, he said, I don't know where the hell it went. I don't know where it went.
Hmm.
Something happened. There it goes, right there. Holy crap, Russ. I hate that that happened. What happened, Russ? So go ahead, continue. And when the answer comes up, I'll show it to you, Shanae. Go ahead.
Okay.
All right.
Well, so I can't necessarily point at one channel. Of course, a lot of Sky. Of course, I was into Sky watching. I kind of left that for a while because I wanted to focus more on learning like etymology and words and stuff like that. There's a ton of channels, but so I cannot pinpoint like one thing, to be honest with you. Because for me, waking up is not just learning about our earth, or not just learning about the Father, or not just
There
learning
you go.
about
That's what I want you to go on. Ride with that. Just preach, baby. Sorry.
it. It's this is about every aspect of your life. The fact that it the fact that people are walking around saying it's okay that there's men making laws to tell us how to live our lives, and they think it's okay. The fact that that's happening pisses me off because I'm a person and they're just people. Who gave them the right to make laws for me?
There she
It piss
goes. There you
it
go.
pisses me off. It ain't right.
There
And
you go.
for and the fact that like my parents and my brothers and sisters think it's okay that a man can pull me over with a gun and say, your lights are out on your tail light, and you're give me a ticket for that, instead of saying, oh hey, I can see you very good because your lights are out, you better go get that checked, and just telling me about it. That's bullshit. And I this is just one I'm sorry, I this
Don't
is just one
apologize.
aspect, sissy, of people need to wake up. This is That's just one small little niche of the whole grand thing.
And
The
look,
the fact
yeah.
that our Father loves us, and he does not. This is not how we're supposed to be living.
But do you know what I finally understand too, guys? Is when you use that terminology one, like when you hang up a phone and you say one, or if you end a conversation, you're like one, it's kind of like saying bye or catch you later or whatever. Let me tell y'all something about that word one. If you're going to accept it as a good thing, you have to accept it in the other way too, because it takes a lot to be totally positive. It takes even more to be straight negative. But as a whole, it can go either way, more or less. Right
To
now,
say one,
to say the number one, a lot of people, even one of my baby daddies, say one, but I think he knows what it means. It's like saying, uh, what's a word that we can say? The word Jesus, you can say that, but if you don't know what it means, you shouldn't be saying it. It's one of them words. You know what I'm saying? That is highly.
hey, I can't say that word.
See what I mean? But all I'm saying, I forgot where I was going with that. Look, I wanted you to
I'm
read.
sorry.
I want you to read what I posted. And you know what? Our skies today. Remember this time last year, my friend? I was in the same boat. Remember this time last year? I was living where? In somebody else's end of a camper, and went from there to a tent with my dog, and I hated
And your
it.
tent washed away.
My tent washed away. Absolutely. That's what led me right here to North Carolina. I mean, South Carolina. And I've been happy ever since. Do you have a GoFundMe? If not, let's set you up one, or you set yourself up one. I need the link. We can do this. Get you a PayPal. We can do, and you know what? And it was sad. I wish I could show y'all me right now, but I look a hot damn mess. I've been playing with my dog and writing all day. Listen, It takes a village to raise a child. I get it. But it takes all of us to raise awareness, not only to the truth community, regardless of Planet X or what we see in the skies, it brings truth to who we are, really. Like I would give to a man on the side of the road, but not if I saw him there every single day and he was young enough to get a job. I'd kind of pan off. But people like you, man, y'all reached out to me. Like, I really was so good once I made that post, and I didn't want to, Shannon, did I was like, I'm
Nope.
getting kicked out of where I am because of my beliefs, arguing flat earth. And I got money coming in. And just like when my tent washed away, y'all took care of me. So, and our skies today, I want to help you out with that. I will add you to the description, everything that it takes. And you guys, every dollar matters. I mean, you could send him literally $1 and he'd put a smile on his face, because I remember being short one time $1, and I'm like, hold on, you need that dollar. So much respect, and I'm so sorry. Go ahead, Shannon. I know you want to talk to Russ, and then we're going to talk about the channel I have posted up there. Go, Shannon.
Oh, girl, I'm sorry that there are people in the chat struggling. I know it's right now. There's so many people struggling, and it just breaks my heart.
Mm-hmm. Knowing that if you had it, if I had it, if anybody had it, they'd be taken care of. But
Absolutely.
it's not meant to be like that right now, though. And I think that he's so high in spirits, though, and beliefs, that it's not going to matter. This is going to blow over with ease. Whatever was going to be, whatever's happening is happening for a
Yeah.
reason, especially if you're walking with the spirit of, discernment. If you are walking with the spirit of discernment, then everything you've done up to this point is as it should be. Yep. It's, man, maybe something's going to happen that's going to be remarkable. And you know what? It's just like people posting a date saying that September 23rd, the Earth's going to, 2012, December 21st, I'm sorry, the Earth's going to end. No, see, that's all them ignorant people out there guessing the Mayans calendar and having no idea that that was an actual machine, and it didn't predict the end of the world. It
It
predicted,
just started over.
all it does is predict, like it predicted CERN technically. If you read North,
I think what happened truthfully is the Mayan calendar, it finally came to an end and it just reset. To be honest, like everything lined back up. It
yeah,
was like
yeah, I
it
agree, but
finally had gone through its rotation.
yeah, but it has to mean something, and if it's lined up with the constellation, guys, what I'm telling y'all, and I don't know shiznick about the constellation, but when Osiris, wait a minute, hold on, I got it written down. When Osiris aligns with the sun, now I don't know who is good at this, but I said Osiris, Ceres, sorry, I said Cyrus. When Ceres,
Serious.
yeah, Sirius, yeah, that word. I spelled it Serious. That's serious, right? Okay. When
Yeah,
Sirius,
serious.
when it aligns with the sun, guys, that's that moment. That's that 3 days of darkness. And the 3 days of darkness, Shanna, I believe is happening because the earth will come to a complete stop because of the force of these crafts as they take off from one another. It's going to cause the earth to spin a different way, which is the new earth in density. It's us who are making up the new earth. It's a consciousness. People think it's like a literal thing. It is literal, but it's a consciousness awareness. You understand? It's not your physical body will leave, yes, but you mentally are going to go through hell, which is the fourth dimension, straight up to the fifth. If you pass, if not, you're coming right back to the third dimension. Go ahead. Your thoughts.
I think differently, you know
I
that.
know. Okay, before she does that, y'all, let me show y'all this. Right here on my screen, I have Naughty Beaver. When we were talking about, the past people, you remember Naughty Shanna? Naughty Beaver is
Yep.
one, he is I want to say that. I'm going to go ahead and say it.
He's naughty.
He is He is the most clever, he's the smartest person. He's the smartest, in real life person on YouTube. I'm just going to say that. He is so intelligent and way beyond us. He is literally our generation Nostradamus. You got to watch his channel. Give me the benefit of the doubt here. He is just so smart, and I'm so proud of him. So, if anybody really wants to know what's going on, I truly believe the words of Nostradamus. Naughty Beaver breaks down Nostradamus like the English Bible breaks down the Hebrew, but except for he don't ad lib. He lives his daily life telling you about Nostradamus before it even happens. So, y'all go check him out. That's Naughty Beaver, and I will leave him a link. I can do that now in the description box and in the comments right now. All right, I'm done with that. Whew, go ahead,
Oh,
Shannon.
hey, did
Yeah.
you watch that video I sent you about the double slit?
No, I didn't.
Or did I send you a link?
I don't remember.
I might not have sent you the link, girl.
Yeah, probably didn't.
Oh,
Okay, but you
I
want to
probably
check it
didn't.
out real quick? I wanted to well, hold on one second. Reach out to oh hold on. Um where did he go? This guy dude that wants me to play his
The
video.
the the double
Skywalker.
slit, girl, has to do with it's like quantum mechanics, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like it's very difficult for some people to understand, and that's why it's like better just to watch a video about it where you can kind of see it because
Or
it's
you can
hard
put
to
it in your
explain.
own words. You know, I didn't think I could put stuff in my own words either, but people who are like me understand me. So you want to just do something brief on it?
Well, I did the other night, I guess I could do it again, but basically, light. The experiment has a source of light, and then it's got a wall between the source of light and another wall. And in the wall that is between the source of light and the other wall, there's two slits in it. And when the
Mm-hmm.
light shines through that, it makes a bunch of different slits on the wall that it's projecting on, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, that's when nobody knows what the wall has on it. Now, when you
Mm-hmm.
have knowledge and when you're watching it and they turn the light on, you only see two slits projected onto the wall of light. So, in other words, the experiment proves that having knowledge of
Mm-hmm.
what the experiment is doing manifests the reality that you see. Okay?
Uh-huh.
So, I'm curious what would happen if you don't know what, like, say they give you 3 or 4 options of knowledge and
Mm-hmm.
they don't tell you exactly what the slits on the wall are. What if it's like one slit? They give you an option that's one slit, two slits, or three slits. And so you don't actually know exactly what it is. I wonder what happens when they do the experiment that way. Like if your expectation can manifest it, or anyway. So I've got
No, 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 no,
different
no. That's a
ideas about it
great.
because I want to know how it will work.
That's a great question. That is a
I'm
really
sorry,
good
China, you
question.
broke up, baby.
I said that's a great question. Did you hear me? Hello.
Yeah, I hear you now.
Yeah, that. Yeah, you. I
Yeah,
mean, you're on the right track. I'm just
because
looking at some serpents here because I wanted to show you guys. there's there's a photo of a serpent's tongue, right? But you're really looking at a man with a tie on. But if you black it out, it's the opposite. And in the it's exactly what you're saying. If you put it in a certain light, the guy with the tie being the slit in the middle, it looks like serpent's fangs. It's the craziest thing ever. But you know,
and
really, really,
yeah, what we perceive, not everybody perceives the same thing, and uh that could be why some people have a Mandela effect and also why
yeah.
others don't, and it could be also why like it why some people just can't understand flat earth or any kind of truth, because because their perception, it's not there to see. It just isn't
They're
there
not
for them to see.
ready. Yeah, it's like standing beside someone looking up with you, and you know what you see, but they clearly don't see it. It's they're just not ready. They haven't ascended to where you are. This is where I learned the hard way: is don't push anybody. Don't push it on. Don't You can't make anybody see what they don't see. They're just not ready, Shanae. They're not
I
ready.
know, I know, and I've gotten to that point where I understand that, and so I don't try to push on anybody anymore. I used to. I used to push hard. Now I'm just very chillaxed about it I because I don't like using the word I understand because I don't understand. I I now get the fact that even if I push somebody so hard, they still will not be able to see until they're ready to see it. No
Yeah.
matter what it is, even the simple thing.
It's like belief. You're not gonna make me believe in something I just refuse to until I'm ready. You know that truth lies with me hard. And
Mhm.
you didn't push me, and I ended up believing. It wasn't just a pat on the back with you. It was just like, I am proud of you. Therefore, your words were so strong that it surpassed a hug or anything. Like, you did good, but you gave me the time I needed. I had to grow, and that's
Well, I pushed on you sometimes. A
well,
little bit.
not to the point to where I was irritated, to the point where I made me do research to try to debunk what you said, and I couldn't do it, so I gave in. Look at this.
Well,
Serpents. Go ahead.
I am so much more past even how I was with you, girl. I'm done trying
Oh
to
no, but
tell
I
anybody
needed
anything.
that. I needed that. You understand? If you wouldn't like that, if you wouldn't, now you might be past that point, but the point you were at, I needed that at that point in my life. You see how that synchronicity worked out?
Mhm.
Yeah.
If we would have met today, I don't know how things would have gone because I may not have even ever brought anything up to you because I'm seriously to the point where I'm tired of trying to enlighten anybody, you
But
know?
did Yeshua, did he give up?
No, and
Did the
I'm
Lord give
not giving
up?
up. I'm just saying I realize that if I share something of any truth with somebody, I realize if they aren't going to accept it, I don't want to even bring it up and again. You know what I mean? But with you, was persistent at bringing it up. Persistent.
Because I needed it. Because I needed it.
Well,
It's
because I knew that eventually you would grasp what I was trying to convey to you. You know what I mean?
Yep. And I did. Yes, I did. Yeah, I'm just showing some things like what we've been talking about, and I think it's important that you guys go. Snakes are not, to me, they weird. They so misrepresented and underrated, if you ask me, because they really mean knowledge. You know, the
Unless they're a rattlesnake right beside your head, and then
yeah,
kill it. No.
yeah, we got problems with that. Hell, even if a garden snake wrap around your ankle, I still got a problem. At least tell me it's coming. But
Girl,
I'll
there was that
reach.
one video where I was videotaping the skies, and the skies were insane. They were crazy looking. And I'm walking out to Angie's trailer, and I'm not even looking where I'm walking, and I look down all of a sudden, there's a snake in front of me. It's a 4 foot long snake, big old snake.
Mm.
And I was like, "Oh, hey guy, there's a snake, you guys." And I just kept on walking towards it and videotaping. I told it to go away. And I didn't even care because it wasn't a poisonous snake. I didn't care.
But
So, like,
these days, Shannon, don't be too careful, because the way things are going. One snake is with another. They might not have that red mark. They might not have those stripes that signifies poison. It can be any snake about these days. They might have the corona.
Well, and I do have I try to have the idea. This is biblical to me, and you
Hmm.
may not agree with this. I do believe that mankind, women and men. I don't want anybody to be like, "Oh, she's being sexist." I call all people mankind. Okay, that's people. I believe mankind does have dominion over the animals, and not in like a oh, I've got power over you kind of
No,
thing.
it's being smart because we're smarter. That's all. We know how to trap them. That's it. I'm sorry. I
Well,
cut you.
and I think it goes beyond that because I think back in the day, you know, Adam and Eve were probably walking around with a lion right beside it, and it
Yeah,
knew that they were its master and it didn't mess with them. And we don't have that kind of connection anymore. There's some people that do, like the man that was like he's got a lion that he met,
because we were
in the
taught to
wild,
fear these beasts, you know, and then they went through so
instead
many
of say, "Hey,
scenarios.
you're
Yeah,
in my area. Now you have respect for me,"
but
because I
they're just like us, though, Nene. They fear what they don't know because they know man and animal was separated, just separated. That's just like
exactly.
that's just like people of different skin color were separated and freaked out when they saw each other. You're serious? It's all of
Like
what
when I
people.
see a spider outside, I'm
Hmm.
like, "Hey, dude, you're cool because I know I'm in your area." When I'm in my house, I will pick a spider up and throw it outside. Even when I'm cleaning somebody's house, I'm weird. I'm a weirdo, you guys. I don't care. I don't like to kill things unless I need to.
I don't
But
either, but I don't pick up this. I don't pick it up. I just go away until it's gone. I don't pick up. I don't pick up.
I literally will take it and put it outside because I don't want to clean up its webs. But uh, and it was like that with the snake. When I saw that snake, it knew that I was saying, "Hey, you're in my area. This is my walking area. I won't come out there and screw with you.
If you don't
You
screw with
don't come in
me,
here and screw with me. Get out of my area."
okay, okay. I'm not gonna keep y'all too long tonight since nobody else wants to join. You got about 10 minutes to tell me. I do want to go here with Shanna real quick though, while we're raw and why she can't see me. I can do this. So, Shanae, what am
Yes.
I? What? Hold on, let me get a cigarette.
Now, see what you got up on the screen right now looks very like chakra like, and I don't do the chakras.
I
Uh,
know, I know. Ah, you know what? Get out of my head. There's not room enough for both of us up here. But I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna skip this chakra part because you're exactly right, and that's exactly what this is.
Because right in the middle of that is the heart. The heart is the center of the chakras. It's right there underneath the head.
What's wrong with the
That and
chakras?
let me look.
It
One,
just gives
two,
you.
3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, that is seven. There's seven.
What if I told
I
you,
knew it.
What if I told you Gaia, our Earth, has chakras?
You know how I feel about Gaia. I don't call it that.
The word. Okay, well, let me reiterate and say Earth. What if I told you there's, everybody thinks she has a big, solid, flaming boy core. No,
I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
but she has chakras too. Earth.
I don't. How do you know that?
Because sometimes you got dry seasons where it should be wet seasons. Sometimes you got, cold where there should be hot. Now, when that is, it's like having her period. When that is thrown off, her pH balance, then shit starts growing crazy and out of season. That's how I know.
Now, how does
Oh,
that have to do
I know.
anything with chakras?
It does have something to do with chakras. She's fit. You know how it says when you talk to plants. You even told me it works. When you talk to plants, they grow faster and more, vibracious. Right? It's just like that. You're talking to Mother Earth when that plant is
Girl,
growing.
I gotta tell you. Did
She's
Mark tell you
alive.
I planted an avocado seed? And in Texas, I have an avocado tree growing. It's like 6 inches tall.
Not a blessing. You think you could have done
You
it
ain't
without
supposed. You
Gaia?
ain't supposed to grow avocados where I live.
I know, right? the changing of the season. People are looking for leaves to fall in damn wintertime. That's not it. You got to be more intuitive, and you have to be more aware that the simple things in front of you, like Shanna just said, should not be happening. When oranges start growing in Wyoming, then there's a problem.
That's a Oh my gosh, that's so bizarre you said that. I don't know why, but I'm not even gonna, never mind.
No, when I tell you about doing that,
No, no, never mind. It's really not
that's
an
not fair for
important
you to
thing.
leave me hanging.
It was a meme. It was a meme. It wasn't even a meme, but basically somebody was filing on the government uh,
Man,
in Wyoming because their orange crop suffered or something like that. It was like somewhere like it wasn't even Wyoming. It was like North Dakota or something that their orange crop had suffered. So they were filing for like loss with the government.
so that made you think because it's a cold natured place, right? That's why I said that. I just made that
Yeah, like this. So it was ridiculous that these people even had an orange crop
up.
at this place. Like they didn't have it. The point is it was completely fabricated, but they were claiming loss with the government. Okay, so that
Mm-hmm.
they could get the tax write off credit. Anyway, so like I said,
But
it's
yeah,
not applicable to what we're talking about.
but maybe you know
But it's
what?
so bizarre you
It is.
said that when I just seen that today.
It's not bizarre though. You know what it is? You just said it was applicable. You know why? Because out of all the conversations that you would not could be having right now, I spoke those very words and made a sentence out of it, and it did what? Referenced you to a thought that you had. So you know what? It's very possible that because we're speaking it into existence, it's going to happen. So maybe, just maybe, it's going to wake up that one person, whoever you are, that tree is sitting in, and they're going to be like, "Whoa, this is like unusual," and then relate to changes of the season biblically and realize that shit's happening. Or when hell freezes over, literally,
Right? And it makes me want to sing also.
I can't
Who's
find.
your name? Who's your daddy? It's a
Oh
time
yeah, I
of
do
the
know.
season.
Yep. Trying to find this one thing. See, and it's not. It's not. I'm not even in the what you call it chat. I'm so high. Cause I got high. What was I doing? Oh, I want you to see one thing. Have you ever heard of the sleeping serpent?
Not sure. It doesn't sound familiar.
To find this article I had it in my bookmarks, but it don't seem to be there right now. Okay, you
Isn't that isn't that how it goes?
what? Yep. Oh, guys, guess.
Oh, where'd she go? I just lost you, China. Get back in here. Somebody in the chat, chitty chat, tell her she's gone. China Miss Jones. I can't see the chat. I can't hear China. She's pushing buttons. Oh, she'll be back. I know it. I hope everybody is having a wonderful week, you guys.
You know
There
what?
she is.
It wouldn't be my stream if that did not happen.
So I said, she's pushing buttons.
I'm pushing buttons. Hey, I have gotten better over the years. Let me shout out
Yes,
to
you have.
Scott Beck. Do we know you? Florida is a desirable place to live at this time in history. Yeah, but you know what? It goes back to the old school Shanae that California will fall off the face of the map and Florida will as well.
Yep. I don't want to be living in Florida or
Neither.
California. And I
Even
don't want to live close to the Mississippi River or the Ohio River.
why is that? Could that possibly be part of the Four Corners? No.
Phew, no, I I just don't want to because I know that it's the New Madrid fault line, and that scares me.
Okay, I'm not familiar with that fault. Any fault line would scare me.
Oh, the
What's
New Madrid fault line is way worse than the one in California. It's just very dormant, but it is way bigger, way bigger. It's way bigger than San Andreas fault line.
wow?
And it runs that's why the Mississippi River exists. It's right on the fault line.
Yeah, I remember sixth grade now. Yeah, yeah.
It's just dormant and occasionally there will be a little rumble or something, but nothing big. But if it has a big one, it's gonna be bad.
But you know what? It's kind of like. Hold on, let me hit this. You know what I think? What is it? Do you actually think that this Earth was designed to have one volcano that could possibly take out the entire civilization of human beings?
No, no. Like if whatever Yellowstone goes, I don't
Exactly.
think it's gonna be a disaster for the whole world. It'll just
Exactly.
be like a it will probably put the entire world into like what they call a nuclear winter and it'll probably last a year. But that happened that happened like they say in I think 1890 or something with a volcano that went off in I want to say it was in Iceland and Europe. It hit Europe first, and it came around the whole world. And the whole world was in a nuclear ice age, kind of for a
It was
year.
yeah,
But
the sun was blocked out, but knowing that everything is intentional by the creator, however it works out, however who causes whatever, and I just forgot what the hell I was about to say. Uh,
well, we're
oh,
all still here though,
yeah,
right? We're still
yeah.
here, even though there was a cataclysm, and they know this because from the tree rings and everything, they can tell it from the trees and and the foliage and everything. So
Not just that,
uh,
not just that. Their intuition tells them because a lot of us these days are following our intuition. That thing we didn't used to. I mean, we didn't used to listen to. Because we had everybody else in our ear telling us, weighing out our days, weighing out our troubles, giving us advice, and not being there when shit went wrong. Type. You know what I'm saying? That's where frequencies come in. But if I don't tell you what I wanted to tell you a few minutes ago, I'm going to forget, which I actually think, no, I didn't. When you were talking, shit, I don't know what it was. Smoke another one. It was in reference to you were saying something. When you talk in my head, I have a whole story going on, like vividly. I can see everything you're saying, and you were saying something, and I wanted to bring up to people that at the moment of creation of life, like in our uterus, we talked about this the other night, that there is a spark in our uterus. The moment after that little serpent son made his little way in, that's a lot of effort for that little guy, isn't it? But it made his way. It's a miracle. Made his
yeah,
way in
he's got to make it through the most toxic environment to him.
and fight off
Sperm,
brothers and
sperm,
sisters.
like because like everything in the vagina is super toxic to the little sperm.
Yep. He
Like
thought he
he's
got so many
continuously
hours.
dying the whole
Yep.
way through, and because it's
Just
like
look at
acid.
the
He's swimming through acid basically.
and he's fighting others to get there. He's
hmm
battling them off left and right, knocking them out the way, and don't get to digging, and another come and knock your ass out of the way and take your hole, take that when
And
you done.
this is the fight for life. That is
Literally,
life wants to be. It wants to be.
is that the guard particle fighting? Just like I gotta do. It's some part of that is the guard particle. The one that
When they converge both the egg and the I think immediately there's that spark.
that's
There's
that spark, and it's been proven. But before I knew this, I found this out like 2 years ago, Shannon. I think before I even knew this, we knew that every well our belief started to believe that every time something a light came into like what people call just an electromagnetic storm, no, there's no rain in sight, there's no precipitation in sight, no black clouds, just lightning. That's when another, it could be a particle, it could be a little atom of whatever is entering into our realm. There's a lightning, there's a spark, it's given life. You understand? Like when something comes into our realm up there, it lights up the sky just like it does here. I mean, inside of our uterus. You understand? And I think a lot of that is going on. Do you understand that one little thing is thrown off in our universe? Like, oh God, see, no, I'm not going to go there. Totally outside the.
So,
You're going to
so many
ride me,
things are
Shannon.
thrown off.
If I
So
say
many
what I'm
things
going
are
to
thrown
say,
off in our world, girl.
but if I say what I'm going to say, you're going to ride me about flat Earth, and I'm not ready.
I'm not gonna ride you about nothing.
I'm not prepared for that because even I am confused about.
Hey, give me it. I want to know so I can rattle my brain around about it too.
Promise not to get upset when I tell y'all this.
China, girl,
Sorry.
come on. You know better than that.
All right, y'all, check this out. I believe everything that we have been seeing in the sky not only exists of the Kachina, blue Kachina, and the red Kachina. Now, I know the Hopi Indians. God, I've done so much research on this. I don't necessarily know that they are planets. They are planetary objects. They are spheres, but they're supposed to be two brothers. Okay, now I want y'all to understand that when I say certain things like a planetary object, I don't mean planet by no means. I mean, a sphere that is
Celestial
inhabited.
beings.
Yes, that are inhabited. That's what Planet X to me. It is definitely a huge red, but this thing is so ugly, y'all. It looks like a red asteroid. It looks like a red, like it's a big infected zit. That's what I'm telling y'all. It looks like a big red infected zit with black dots all over it. It sits right behind the sun. It looks like it's attached to it sometimes, but it's huge and it looks bubbly. It looks like a literally if you squeeze it, it's just gonna be. But I'm just telling y'all, it's not a planet. This thing is inhabited. It's inhabited. Like there's creatures there. There are beings there. They are very active. They're like ants. They get shit done. And there's other things. There's the insectoids. Now, what I'm telling y'all, I'm believing that the red kachina and the blue kachina, which are celestial, are filled with good things. I think that these are good. This is the resistance. These whatever, and there's others out there. I believe in the Andranodons. I believe in so many of these. These channels you go through on YouTube. And you're like, I ain't listening to that. No, you really see how we've been programmed. You really need to pay attention because this is where you're gonna miss the boat here on YouTube. Stop watching stuff that's gonna make you rich. Stop watching stuff that you can't buy. Stop watching things you can't afford. Stop glorifying celebrities. Stop wasting your time on that. It's precious. I'm
I'm so
serious.
past all that, girl. You
Aren't
know.
you? Isn't it disgusting now?
uh,
Literally, the things I like to watch is like Bead Witch, and then I found out I Dream of Genie, and I love Lucy, Lucifer. Man, I stopped watching everything after that. I like
I
Gilligan's
I
Island.
went to trending the other day just for fun. Oh my
Mhm.
gosh. YouTube, I mean, just the world itself. TV, I turned on, well, I didn't turn on my TV, but I was at work the other day and somebody's watching their TV and just as I was sweeping and mopping, I was
It
listening to
makes me
commercials and
sick.
everything, and I was just like,
It,
what the heck is going
it
on?
literally makes me sick. Like I want to throw up. I cannot sit. I can't even pretend. I used to pretend sitting there like at baby daddy house or at my kids. This is what I meant earlier.
Ugh,
Earlier, I
it's
said you got
painful.
to remove yourself. You got to remove yourself from all
And
of that.
I can't imagine being in that world anymore. And like I've really, really, really feel sorry for anybody that's still stuck in that understanding of the world and they watch TV and are bombarded by that.
Yeah.
I cannot even imagine trying to wake up from the constant uh,
You know,
bombardment of indoctrination that it
what's
is
even sadder,
constantly
Shanna?
doing.
This, look, this is even worse. And I know some people personally that I know personally ain't gonna like this. But hell, they don't probably don't watch it anyway. Everybody who is setting your child down with a device to babysit them, y'all gotta stop. Y'all have to stop that nonsense. This device is raising your child, your child, who will grow up to be non-productive, probably
And
overweight.
in more than one way, in more than one way, non-productive. They probably will be sterile,
Yep.
and they will be non-productive as a adult.
Yep.
We're really not we, but the world today is raising these little zombies. They really are like these children have zero skills of life.
They
Zero.
don't want to do anything. They don't know what that physical, personal contact is. You know that? Remember we used to play tag like one, two, three, four. Oh man, you know
Climb
that
trees.
man. I've fallen out so many times, and you know what? That just the pure experience of being able to lose in a sportsmanship kind of way. Reflect
And
on. You know what?
oh
I'm gonna
yeah,
beat you
instead of
this time.
everybody getting a trophy.
Yeah.
That's so ridiculous.
Yeah. And
Uh,
that's where they started playing that mind game with our children. Is I got to be the best dressed. I got to do this. I got to. In poor things, what happened when everything number two pencils were no longer? You didn't even need those. They didn't sell them at the school store no more because you had to have a laptop. Or what happened to the ones that couldn't do that?
and
You know?
girl, what you said, I have to say something real quick. I know a lot of people in the tree community, they're like, well, sports is stupid and all that. Okay, there's one thing and then there's another. I do think that healthy competition is a good thing, and not for people being like, "Oh, I'll beat your butt" and this and that. Not for that reason, but just to know, to be active is good, and also to learn it's okay if you lose, and it's
Yeah.
okay if and be happy for the person who won. There's a lesson to learn there. It's not about getting mad because you
Let me
lost
tell you
or
where the fault lie. I gotta go here. Let me tell you where that fault lies, Shannon, and I'm sure you agree with me. Your parents, y'all gotta watch them kids. If you know good and well your kid talk to you a certain way, how do you think he's acting when he go to school? And if you don't straighten that at home, then your kid will suffer for that. Your kid will suffer for you not teaching him manners, or you not even when you see that he's
or she.
misbehaving. He or she, stop spanking them. I agree on corporal punishment only when they
I
about
do
to hurt
too.
themselves. But that's like if they struck a ladder across the fire and beating your ass. If you let go of my hand and ran across the street, I'm whooping your ass. But if you did something at school, whatever, you got to be behind them. But expect, you got to be with them at a moment. But at that certain time, you got to be that parent and be like, this is wrong because. Stop spanking their ass and sending them to the room because they learn nothing. They learn nothing. They're going to go, what? Do the same
Girl,
thing because
that
you
is
just
so true.
you just
So
whooped their
true.
ass for hitting somebody else. You're going to hit them.
Now, I believe
Simple
in
as that.
corporal punishment. I believe in spanking your baby's butt.
I do
I do.
too. I do.
My daddy, my mom, I was homeschooled, and my mom, she kept us generally till about noon. My dad came home, and then we'd all go out in the fields and work together. Well, if my mama had to get on to me, then my daddy, when he got home at noon, he would sit me down and talk to me for like 2 hours, and then he'd spank me, and then he'd talk to me some more. Okay,
Yeah.
that uh, that takes a real dedicated parent, but that's
Yeah.
what it took
Yeah.
because I did the whipping wasn't even the bad. Okay, the bad was having to listen to my daddy
Yes, yes,
for
yes,
that long tell, and he was
yes.
always point on it and very calm, and he talked to me. He talked to me like a little adult, like he
I'm
let
about
me
to flip the
know.
script though. But see, just what you say, that's going back to them prayer days that I want to go back to so bad if I could. I think I was there at one point before I was I think I was in Egypt, but I was like a sex slave at one point, and then I think I lived on like literally the prairie. That's probably where I had to learn my lesson. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, let me go here with you. What was I about to say? Oh, what did you just say, Shanna?
Oh, I was just
Pray.
talking about the lectures
I'm
that
gonna
my daddy
stop
gave me.
smoking.
Really, that
Lecture.
was that was more of
Oh,
my punishment than
okay.
anything,
Gotcha,
girl.
gotcha. I said I'm gonna flip the script because let me just by you saying that at that low level, that's great chakras for me living in that lifetime. Here, let me tell you why the chakras are so low. It's because people encourage certain things that they shouldn't. It's like if somebody goes up to somebody and says, "You should have spanked his ass." Literally, this person will spank this kid or anything to encourage any kind of violence. These people who use these cell phones to record certain fights and shit to get views, you are pathetic. You are a waste of space to get views by viewing somebody else's unfortunate event, whatever it could be. If it ain't a kidnapping, if it ain't evidence of somebody killing somebody or stabbing or doing harm to another, you had no business filming. And I feel like that leads up to a lot of these child abuse things going on because people always got that camcorder. They always make you'll put it on fucking YouTube, but you won't report it. What kind of shit does that
Mm-hmm.
make? That don't make no sense. And people who are watching them videos, you ain't reporting it either. I mean, literally, you got to raise a fucking. It takes a village to raise these children.
Now,
I mean,
see, that's a very weird saying, which I don't necessarily like because I think that it takes a village to raise a child
listen,
is
I
a
lived in Techwood. I don't know if you know what Techwood is. Atlanta, Georgia, Techwood, the first projects where the Wayne Williams missing murder and children take place. I live right next door to Patty Ann. You know, that right there, Shanna, was the most experience of my life. And I forgot where I was going with that. You said what now?
well, I I just disagree with the village raising a
It took
child thing
over them to raise
because
them. Okay, no, no,
because
no. I'm sorry. Go.
I understand where that saying comes from and why.
Yeah.
Because, like, especially if you're a single mom and stuff like that, and you're, living in a community, and that you're like,
Or
hey,
the
can you
light
watch blah 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 for a little
or the
bit and that and
lightest
that.
skin. Listen, I was the lightest skin. I'm Mexican, Italian, and Indian, but I was the only light skinned person, a family that lived in that whole Techwood. Y'all Google Techwood. That's what we love, Techwood. My thing was, damn it, I forgot it again.
But what I'm going to say though, girl, is say you have a very
Oh,
established
village. That's
family.
what we had. If the
No,
street
not
lights come
village.
on,
I'm saying you're a good mama. You're right there to take care of your baby. You don't necessarily need that village to take care of your child. Sometimes you want that village to leave your child the hell alone.
okay, but listen what I'm saying though. If the street lights went off, and if I lost my way, that neighbor would take me to my mama. Or that neighbor would take me in and call my mama. If a kid came up missing, that's how we were. That's what
Right.
village looked like.
That's what I'm
If
saying.
one
I
couldn't eat,
understand. I
if one
understand in
couldn't
certain
eat,
communities.
yeah, like my mom used to borrow. We used to call it me and my sister Star. We used to say we're eating borrowed beans and potatoes. We did because the neighbor gave them to us. Man, Techwood, that's what I mean by a village. Because there's many times that my mom was late for work and my neighbor took me in. Again, I'm the only light skinned person there. We look Mexican or white, but we're really Mexican, Italian, Indian. But we all got along, And then
Well, like I said, there's certain circumstances where that term does apply, but there's also terms where that does not apply
exactly, yeah,
I
yeah,
because you don't want just anybody in the village raising your child.
yeah. Well, that started happening like what in the late 80s, early 90s. We used to sleep with our screen door. I mean, nothing but the screen door open. I mean, everything else was open, screen door was shut. That's how calm it used to be before Wayne Williams. And take it now, I took a lot of heat for being the color I was, living in Techwood during the missing and murdered children, the Wayne Williams guy, because they kept telling me, you're not going to get taken because you're too light skinned. I dealt with a lot. So for me, they still look. That was the little kids talking to me, harassing me. The parents would do what their parents did. They'd spank their asses for making me feel such a way. That's a unity. That's a village. Until racism came up again. One more thing, guys, and I want to talk to you. Look at Watchmen. Y'all see how automatically with the COVID and everything going on, they brought up Black Lives Matter. Do you see how that affected the whole world again? And that was purposely done, y'all. And it's
Oh,
still,
girl, and yes, climate change is on there next to Virginia. You
oh,
know, they
yeah,
they never let up on anything. They always got to have some kind of
because
some.
they know they can. They know there's people out there that still are prejudiced. There are people out there that got grandkids that are still prejudiced. Period.
But when the Black Lives Matter thing kind of gets where it ain't having the effect they want, they're gonna bring up something else.
Yeah, but you got to stop buying the t-shirts. You got to stop hashtagging it. You got to stop it in its tracks, and stop making it involved. Because every time y'all click on a link, every time you can make a hashtag, y'all are making it bigger than what it is. And a lot of y'all are hiding behind y'all's computers and y'all's devices because you feel some type of way, but you got to let go of that anger. You're never going to get to the next dimension. Period. Not going to happen. Y'all can't be incognito. You can't, because you can't hide from the truth, and that is our Lord and Savior, Elohim's. I believe Shannon believes in one, but you can't hide. You just can't hide. And when you get to that fourth dimension and you're judged, think about it. This is why Enoch and Yeshua was taken to hell and heaven. Which was first, y'all? Hell, because that's your fourth dimension. You got to go through hell. As I walk through the shadow of the valley of death, I shall feel no evil. That's the only way you're gonna go up to the fifth dimension. Sorry, Shanna. I went left.
Oh, you're good. You're good. Hey,
Sweating. I feel like a preacher.
you
Can
you
you
made me
believe
think of
I'm
a
doing
song.
this?
There's a song that says, "You got to go to hell before you get to heaven.
No, who
Big
sings it?
old wheels keep it turning.
No, I
Don't
didn't
carry me
know.
too." I think it's Steve Miller Band.
God, it sucks we can't play music on YouTube. Y'all, let me know if there is any platform that Shanna and I could go apply for, and for free, of course, that we can play music, because
Oh,
let me tell y'all, we'd be nonstop.
mm-hmm.
Man, is there any platform? I'm even
I
getting
don't know, girl.
Instagram
It's
Instagram took down two of my videos last week because or no, didn't take it down. I'm sorry, said it wouldn't be heard in certain countries because of my music. Guys, I uploaded these videos 3 years ago. Okay, yeah,
dang.
they get me. But if there,
I think you could play music on Odyssey, but I think on Odyssey, the thing is why they don't take it down is if you're personally, because like if you play somebody's music on YouTube is held responsible for the copyright and all that stuff.
yeah,
You don't get sued.
right.
But I think on Odyssey, the reason they don't care is because you're held accountable. So that's even scarier.
Well, yeah, then they come directly to us. YouTube is the
Yeah.
middleman on YouTube. I don't know, but
Mhm.
I guess I could Google it. We could all just Google it. I think it would be fun to hang out and just listen to music. I do understand, that if you copy this, then why would people go buy CDs? I totally understand the whole give and take thing. But what I'm saying is, maybe somebody is smart enough to have a block on all of that. Maybe we can go on there and have like a somebody else who is singing it that has approved us to play it, not necessarily the singer. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
gotcha.
Just
Like
so
a
people
good
sing.
cover band or something.
Right. Somebody invent that channel. Because that's awesome. Of course,
I
the
don't even
artist,
see why you couldn't play a cover
because of
band
the
here on
lyrics,
YouTube,
because of the
as long
lyrics.
as
Of course, the artist will get paid a percentage. Can't leave them out. It is their lyrics or whatever, but it's they're actually not singing it, and we can sing along, like kind of like karaoke.
hmm
You know what I'm saying? Like
I don't know how squash gets away with it. Squash and bamboo, they have karaoke night.
I've never heard of those. That's what I'm talking about,
You
though.
know
We can,
Bamboo Soldier?
yeah, I know him, his
Well,
channel.
he I used to go with him, and even Cat's Eyes would go. We would have a karaoke night over at Squatches.
I have never heard of such a thing. Where the hell was I?
I don't know. Where were you?
Oh, I was probably in surgeries. That's where I was. I bet you it's during
Aw.
that surgery time when I was in and out of the hospital. Had to be.
And I don't even know if they do it anymore, but if they do, if I find them and they still are doing that every now and then, girl, I will totally send you the link.
Or we could now speak it into existence and we can come up with our own game plan. Hell, we can call it game plan. Well, we
I
can have
think
our.
if you're, I think there's an app where it puts the lyrics on the screen, and I think as long as you're doing like a karaoke, it's
But the
okay
music is
because
the music there?
yeah, the music's there
Okay.
and the whole song's there, and you just sing along with it. But
That's what
and
I'm
it
talking
even
about.
has the words up on the screen and
But I
everything.
can't stream it. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
That's
it gives, I think because it's karaoke, it's like you have to buy the app or something for that,
I'll
and
find out.
it gives like royalties, I think, automatically to who you listen to. So there's like a loophole there. Oh, where'd you go? She pushing buttons. Miss Jones. Paging Miss Jones. Let me see if I can see the chat, you guys. Hopefully I don't hit a wrong button. Look up Watchman Andrew says it's why I write the music for my channel. That's cool. I figured I got the chat, you guys, where I can see y'all. Roots McGee says always been power in word. That's so true. Stairway to Heaven. I'm sure. Oh man, I bet. I'm sure that's a big one that they love catching everybody on. It's a pretty song, though, sort of.
Yeah, I did it again.
Hey, I can see the chat. I figured out how to see the chat.
How did you do that? Oh, you
I
just
hit.
not. Why? Go ahead.
So I was talking to everybody. I was like, "She be back."
But wait a minute. What were you not doing?
uh, I I just wasn't in comments here.
I mean,
But here's the comments. Hello,
oh
everybody.
my god, you were so funny. She said, I just in the comments. That's funny. I'm gonna show myself, but I know I'm just hot. You remember when we first started doing what was the name of it when you didn't have 1,000 subs when YouTube started doing that bullshit?
Mobizen, and I still use Mobizen to go live.
That was so crazy. I turned you into a monster. You
Hey,
did.
and seriously, I still use that when I go live because that way I can share videos.
Until I send you a laptop, then you're gonna be like, yeah,
Because if you just go live via YouTube, you can't share YouTube videos. So I still
yeah.
use the Mobizen.
And see, it wouldn't. I'm sorry, I'm standing in front of my fan. Whew, if y'all can't hear me, um, wouldn't that be a great app though? I'm serious. I'm telling y'all, I'm about to come
Yeah,
into money.
it would
When I
be a
come,
great app, sister. It would.
what? Leslie is here. Hi, Leslie. Would you like to come on, Leslie? I will stay on just for you because I miss you, love you, and adore you. Here's the
Girl,
link, just in
I am
case.
so going through like, I'll be hot and then I'll be cold in 5 minutes and I'll be sweating and, ugh.
You know why? Do you want to tell the people, or do you want me to tell the people? Go
I know why. I know I'm only 42 and I'm starting to go through the change, so.
I didn't mean to send what I just sent. It's accidentally. Go ahead. Yeah, going through the change. I like how people say that. But you know what people don't do? Is they don't understand exactly. Hold on, I'm trying to post this. Y'all don't understand exactly what we go through. You know, I can start from birth. I could start with our mood swings due to menstruation. I could talk. We don't even talk about the pain. I can talk about.
It's all hormonal
You think we would
from
have a
start
break,
to
right?
end.
Like I'm
And
supposed to be headed in my golden years, but
no, it never stops. It never
nope.
stops.
Now, you know what most people say? That's the curse. We were cursed with labor pains and da da da. No, we were
No,
cursed.
I don't call it a curse. We were
It's
cursed
just
with
a
labor
curse.
pains, but
No way in hell you're
but
gonna have a baby and not have pain. It's just what it is. Hey, Master J, aka J Man G.
yeah,
Uh,
cause see, I don't know if any children were ever born before that curse was given.
it,
So,
that take
like,
what came first? Do you see Tammy use and abuse, aka Tammy with a Y? Do you see her question up there? What came first, the egg or the chick? I was gonna let you answer first.
I don't see it, but I will definitely say the chicken.
Just like a lot of people think Adam and Eve are grown beings and then babies. My answer,
I
I
mean,
really,
how could Adam and Eve have been like like infants? Because you know, I just who who
but we
no.
did talk about what I believe in Adam and you believe. No, I didn't know. You said you didn't believe anymore because Adam to me was like the atom of that we're all made of. Like that was the creation of that atom that includes our DNA, and then our 666 is in our DNA. Yeah,
Yeah, I believe that Adam and Eve were created as full grown adults.
really. But do you believe they were the first beings? You have to believe they were the first beings if that you believe they were created as grown adults.
Yes, I do.
Really?
Yes, I do.
I know. I love you, Shanna. I just had to say really because I love you for what you believe. I do. And you never know, y'all. 3, 4 weeks from now, or maybe a year, I might believe the things you believe right now. Or she'll
All right,
believe what I believe. One or the other.
Master J, aka
I love that,
I
man.
am I am in Texas. Yes.
There's a nice stream yard. If y'all want to come on, look up Watchmen. Can you, if you don't want to join us, all are welcome. Can you drop me the link that you want us to watch? I would love to show it right now. I think Shanna would really be interested because I think she's on your level or y'all on each other's level. I think y'all synchronized because she's really good with matrix and numbers and designs and all kind of things. So yeah. And another thing, Shannon, don't you? Where'd she go? She left us, guys. If there's an artist out there, I'm talking a great artist like does all the shading, more or less draws with like the we call it the black smudgy barbecue charcoal. Yeah, that kind of drawer. that drew with actually charcoal and shaded in everything. I think that person is who I'm looking for, because I think they truly would know what my photos are about, what my videos are about. Because I believe if you can see in that dimension, if you can draw in that dimension, especially the ones who draw in the 4 dimensions, if I could find me somebody like that, because they could take my videos and you guys, it would pop out to you guys, like literally pop out. I think artists would understand me. What came, the egg or the chicken? Anybody else in there want to add to it? You know why? Because I don't know, but I would say, is the glass half empty or is it half full? Pour it in a shot glass and call it a day. That's what I say. You didn't get the link? Okay, this is my third time dropping it. See what they do to me. If I have to, I'll drop it back in Hangouts. There you go. Did you get it? I can see it again. Shannon Honey, let's sound like Pony. You did that. Ask me if you could leave. Yep, you did. Just playing. Scott Beck. Oh, Ryder. How you been? I'll take a minute to say thank you. You've been with me a long, long time. It's so nice to have you here. Most of the Bible has been hijacked. Absolutely. And you know what, Ryder? Everybody who goes around talking about, oh, they took out the book of Enoch, they took out the book of James, but you're saying what they took out, but you're not doing anything about it. You're not telling the people who are reading that book that is missing all of this content. You're not telling them that, this needs to go here, and they didn't put this in here to even get the other one to believe that what they're reading is that's it. That's just it. That book is nothing more about bloodshed, regret, shame, and felt like you owe somebody something book. That's what that is. But if you add the book of Enoch, in the book of Enoch, Enki and Enoch are Cain and Abel. It's so many different, we call them pleasantries out there, but everything always boiled down to the same thing. Use your own discernment. But just know that I believe my God is he's so kind and caring and just, yes, put his son first. That's my kind of God. Not the one who puts his son and sacrifices him. He don't want bloodshed. We're supposed to regret the fact that he did that to, or may feel some type of way that he did that to his child. Now, how do you think in the same scenario, my God also wants me to slit something and drain the blood? Are you serious? You can't tell me that. And that's only on some plagiarism or some, y'all, that's what y'all believe. I see it in a whole different format. I see all of that BS I just said was put in my way for me to choose. Which one do I feel good about? I feel good about doing right upon others, even if I gotta sacrifice feelings sometimes. Sacrificing feelings and thoughts is a whole lot different than slitting something open and draining the very thing that causes our heart to beat. Our blood. Thou shalt not kill, but only on exceptions? I don't think so. No. Question everything. Like, it just becomes silly to me after a while. Just saying. Okay, I dropped the link. Did y'all not get it yet? You're right, all Ryder. God is a little ticked off, but it ain't nothing he can handle because he planned this. And I'm hoping that we are all falling into place. I don't want to do this again. Well, I have can y'all see the stream? Give me a 1 if you can. I keep posting it. Nobody's on. Can I get a 1 if you can see the link? Shanna, can you see the link? Can anybody see the link? Nobody see the link. Which means they had never heard of the gospel. You know what, though, Scott? You bring up a valid point there by you saying which means they never heard. I mean, welcome back, Shauna. Pony. Okay, this is what I'm reading right now. Scott said, which means they have never heard of the gospel of the Holy 12. Even I haven't. See what I mean? But if that's something that it can inspire me or help me out, please, I'll Google that. That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. That's a message. Like, okay, give me that. Like the book of James. What was that I did not too long ago, Shanna? 6, 7 months ago, the book of James, where he was talking, or Jesus was talking through him, and I got a lot of hostility for it. There's Leslie. I'll look for it, but I can't hear you, Shanae. I can't hear you. Can y'all hear Shanae?
Hey,
Hi, Leslie. Can you hear Shanna? Can't hear you, Shanna.
no,
Can't.
who did?
Shanae, can't hear you. She went away. Oh, she'll be back. Hello. How are you today?
Hello, Miss Jack.
I miss you. You know what I like about you the most is that you're so laid back and you're just like every time I see you, you're joyful and just hello. How you been?
No, darling.
How's the weather there?
Hot. It
Whoa! And
was
the last
like,
time I saw you, you had on a coat and it was freezing. What was that, a
I
month ago?
know. That
Wow.
was like a week ago or something, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. That's wow. So,
Hey, Michigan weather. You don't like it? Wait a minute.
okay, guys. In case you don't know this glorious woman, this is the vessel of that pure soul that has enlightened me, along like with Shanna. But this woman did it in lightning time, literally. I asked the universe for some answers, and you know what he gave me? Miss Leslie. He sure did. He gave me her in a nutshell. Like I just, y'all can, I ramble a lot, I laugh a lot, I play a lot. That's my way of getting over things or acting like it don't exist. But Miss Leslie brought, she was real assertive and not even directly toward me, but I took it to heart. I took what 48 hours maybe to realize that I can clearly get you. I wouldn't have got you this time a year ago. I would have been like, what the hell is she talking about? In my head, I would have been like, whoa, what? What you mean
I,
higher
somebody
consciousness?
else,
Like,
somebody else said, and Leslie, I don't know who she's channeling.
exactly.
and
You know what? I think that has a lot to do with fear, Leslie. I think a lot of people have they're fear based, so they have to make jokes of it or some. It's clearly something they can't understand. Immature level. I was there once. But now I know what higher consciousness, the power of your higher consciousness, and it really got me. And I'll be honest with you, I gotta smoke again. When you told me that the Archangel Michael, was manifesting, like the craft up there is something that has been manifested. So in my head, I'm thinking Star Trek and all that, but I had to go so much deeper and know that he is manifesting this. You know why, y'all? Because his will is so pure that he can do that. Just the thought. It takes a lot. Everybody says pray, pray, pray. It's the thought that goes into that prayer. I don't care if you're on your knees with your hands together. I don't care if you're saying it out loud. I'd prefer not to sometimes because I know that who's listening. But mentally, I've been doing it all my life. But she made me believe that your consciousness can actually manifest something very, very real and move mountains. Your thoughts can do that. And I am done. But Leslie, I want to start off, but I love you. And I just never asked you this before. How old were you when you started getting into this? You want to tell your story a little bit and what you went through to do it? There's Shanna Honey, sound like pony. Check one, two. Check 1, 2. Mic check.
hey, can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Well, hello.
Okay. Leslie is going to answer.
Hello.
Leslie is about to answer a question for us. So, Scott, good night to you. We love you. And go for it, Leslie. I'm really trying to keep this underway. Because I know we get crazy. Okay, go
Well,
ahead.
I guess I started questioning at a very young age. I knew that there was something not quite right. And I used to go OBE and I used to play with the matrix, like make certain parts of it disappear so I could keep an eye on my body. I wasn't like that was like just starting doing OBs, and I had to uh
What is the
figure
OBE?
out
I don't know what the OBE is.
that's when you travel without your body. Um
That's an out of body experience.
Like Astro, but Astro is not
Like
good.
think about OBE,
no,
out of body experience.
Okay,
experience.
okay, okay.
No, it was I just did it naturally from the very get go. All I did was um well, I thought I just want to go up at that age. That's how I did it. I just want to go up. And I was up at the ceiling and I raised my arm up and my hand, I was supposed to be able to see it, but I didn't see anything there. But I could feel a body. But I looked back and my body was down in bed. My eyes were still open, still aware. So I just told my body to sleep. And then I said, well, this area right here, I'm going to it's gone. It's not there no more. And it wasn't there no more for me. And then I went above the house, way up there, and I was looking all around. Then I decided to do some exploring. Well, that's like one of my first experiences. And then I went over to my wannabe boyfriends. I used to chase them around the
I remember
yard,
those days for myself.
and but I would be watching from in the sky.
Right.
I would be way up at sky level, and I couldn't hear. I didn't have clear audience at the time, so I couldn't hear the material world. Nothing. I couldn't hear birds or traffic or voices. Nothing. It was like I was just by myself. But it did feel liberating to
What
the
happened
body.
there? Okay, you froze for a
So I
moment.
basically,
Go ahead.
me,
Yeah, you froze
uh,
for a moment. You're good though. Go ahead.
oh, so then I just continued on my life looking for the answers because I picked up empathically that my parents didn't know. They certainly didn't act like they knew.
That's what I
And
was going to
so,
ask you. Did you have anybody? Is this the first time this has happened to you that you can remember? And second, did you have people that you could talk to about it without them like putting you in the loony bin?
well, I already knew from, being in that family that I just decided not to let anybody know, but my
Yeah.
sister knew because my sister, she came up and tugged on my leg and she wanted me to come back.
Aw. And you know what the sad thing is I've been noticing lately because I've seen more of you on the internet. I hadn't reached out to them though. I want to get to know more of you so I can reach out to them in the proper way. Um, these days, and it goes way back to burning witches at the stake. You know, just because they're scared of the unknown. I totally get that, but if you don't empower the next one, and you know what I'm saying, like your channel is very small, I understand that, but by you reaching me, I want people to understand that I can tell another and tell another and tell another. What I'm hoping that comes from this is that these little ones, like, that's why I asked you if you had anybody to talk to, or you know, they honestly would not call you, would throw you under the bus or embarrass you. I don't think that is happening these days. I don't think any of these girls have anybody to talk to. Girls or guys. I'm sorry. I'm not being biased, Shanna. I'm just saying, like, you want to think.
Oh, I only said that earlier in the stream because I was being funny.
I know. Ditto. I was just being funny. So what was
Wait a
your?
minute, you both sound the same.
Oh my God! There we
Oh,
go.
girl, you have no idea. My mother-in-law, when she listens to our stream, she's like, sometimes when I'm listening to China, she's like, "Are you watching one of your videos?" I'm like, "No, I'm watching China."
And I
You
get the
know,
same thing
because
on my end. They'll be like, "Is that Shanna?" I'm like, "No, it's my video." You know,
we sound, and what's weird
Are
is
you
she
from
lives.
the same state? State?
No, no, I'm from
no,
Texas. I've lived in Texas my whole life, and China's from Georgia,
Georgia.
right?
Yep. Yes, sir. Grady, baby. But that, what was I going? Where was I going? I'm asking you,
You
like,
you say like you're saying that these younger babies in similar situations need somebody to look to, like, and
yeah,
I'm
but they're being born smarter for reasons, guys. Y'all got to understand these kids, these babies, even my grandchild, they are born with because of the DNA change that is going on, whether you believe it or not. It's changing the way they think. It's making them adapt to these the cell phone. They're a whole lot
I
smarter.
don't think it's smarter, China. Don't
No,
say
yeah,
smarter
their
because,
ability to
sister, this
learn.
is not smarter because no,
Let's
their
just
ability,
say
they cannot retain information. Their ability to learn is not there. Their
they're.
ability to adapt, yes.
What do you think all of this
So, what's
DNA
your
changing
name?
is for? They didn't do it overnight. They did it so this generation that's coming up, who will rely on these devices, is connected in some type of way. Remember, we talked about the microbots that they put into your body that's damn near going to turn you into a machine inside out. This is what I think that this generation is just the very beginning of these smart humans. They're not like built on a
They're
pump like screws and stuff. They are being generated through us, through the humans.
children are more aware than adults are. They haven't gotten the business yet. They haven't gotten beaten down. They're still in their stages of everything is awesome.
They're still innocent.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I choose to disagree. I choose to disagree. These things, I'm telling you, not things. I'm sorry, no disrespect, but they're going to be human noise. They're not going to be. They're going to start walking at 8 months. They're going to start reading the alphabet before they're even supposed to shed their first tooth. They're not. I think that people get well lately. I know that people are getting confused, or I think because you're waiting for these androids to be built as is, like in that day, in that year, in that moment. No, they're being born every day. They putting stuff in to make us give birth to these that are not genetically ours. They've been genetically altered over time. It didn't happen overnight, and I think that this is what they've been warning us about up there. Like it's happening
Oh,
spontaneously. Go ahead.
you're on the what is it, Revelations type deal thing?
No, what they call evolution. You know how supposedly they integrated the monkey's gene into ours, which I'm starting to believe that. Not that monkeys we evolved from them, but we are their DNA is in us along with the Anunnakis. That's my belief. But now that it's almost the end. What are they trying to do, y'all? Y'all know AI is going to take over, and AI is
I
everything but. I mean, it is Lucifer. That's what it is. It's an energy
but this
electronic.
is but
electronic.
these bodies, these vessels, emit a hologram that our five senses have been designed to pick up as reality. We are not the bodies, but we are inside. We're high energy frequency of light beings,
Exactly.
but the
Exactly.
matrix light. You
Why is
can't
it
see
that?
us.
Why is it that we have this huge, beautiful brain between our ears, but we can only use a percentage of it. Why do you think that is?
Oh, but
Is it
we're
available
only
That's
told
a
that. We're
lie. That's
China,
deception.
China. We're only told that by
Right.
they. I don't believe that. I think that's a crock of shit.
But don't you believe that
Yeah,
if there was a part we're not using, that we would be able to move things with our minds?
that's what I'm trying to tell you. You have to access your higher mind, not the monkey mind chattering that is the mind body emotional complex to serve one master, and that is the matrix.
Elaborate.
For us to create loose, as these bodies have been programmed to manifest loose food for the negative consciousness
That means
that
our energy, right?
they're a consciousness that is dark, and it's a bottom end of the polarity scale, and they got plans to overtake humanity completely. I know because I spied on them psychically.
But isn't it true that there's
Now,
going to put a stop to that, though?
China, China. I really
That's what
encourage
I'm
you.
working on.
By what you're saying, I really encourage you to please go watch the double slit test, just because it has a lot to do with what you're saying, and
Okay.
that's why I say with enough faith, and it's not even it's with knowledge, with enough un, with enough knowledge and the know-how about knowledge, we can move mountains with our mind, in my opinion.
It's wisdom. Inner wisdom is superior than any knowledge or intelligence that you learn from this place.
And that's why we're here,
Let me
though, right?
ask you, Leslie, have you ever heard of the double slit test of quantum
Yeah,
mechanics?
yes, dear, yes.
What
Okay,
is
so if we are light, because we are supposed to be the light of the world, and if our creator, what I call Yahuwah, he is the light of the world, and we are part of him, the light of the world. If we live in him, then
Live
the
in
double
Him. We are a part of a sea of consciousness that is benevolent, the highest polarity, which is love itself. And there are soul groups and soul families, and we are all connected, yes. But see, we have lost the ones who are not on ground, who are here, that send us tones. Our soul families want to connect with us, give us our abilities back, and our return us to origin state before we got down here on ground, and got amnesia and dumbed down and programmed in these little soul trap body things. So
this?
they are waking everybody up.
Okay,
can
you know what it's,
could you explain to China the double slit test?
yeah. But also, I want y'all to know
Basic,
that I'm finding much uh, clarity in believing now that www meant something. The World Wide Web, because literally I see that. That's what I see up there. Literally, it's becoming a web, and also .net. I know now that the so-called our dome, the firmament, is it's nothing but a net.
yeah, but it's a good thing that we are creator consciousness because there ain't nothing we can't do. We're not actually trapped, but you must align with your soul family. You must become love itself,
Yeah.
feeling it genuinely, and you will return
Look.
automatically.
Oh, sorry. One thing I want to ask you before you get to what Shanna asked you to tell me, because I do want to know. But is it true, you guys, or anybody in the chitty chat? Is it possible that we signed something or possibly sold our soul getting in here when we arrived in here, right? But not knowing. But is it possible also, if that is possible, that you can write down? Well, I've done it like 10 times. You write down that I retract any contract that is here on earth.
I get you. I
Okay.
get you.
Okay.
But
Explain that,
no,
please. No.
no,
Okay.
that was an infiltration, but into the spiritual movement. You got to remember, there are many deceptions and many tricks played in order to keep us from knowing who we really are. And they want to keep us away from our soul families. But see, our soul families, they don't speak English to us. That's one indicator. If you're getting spoken to by an entity, it is not benevolent. It is deception.
Mm.
Um, because the mind is the area in which the negative consciousness programs, and it's all to keep us in the dark and obedient slaves in this system.
Okay.
so
Tell me about the split.
so the split
Yes.
is when nobody's looking, uh it goes on the walls, right? Or and then when you're looking, when it's observed, then it goes through the slits. It's redirected.
I'm just
It's
so.
just what attention it is. The light is intelligent and it knows when it's being observed, and that's because
Exactly.
Well,
this.
it's kind of like me looking at the skies, because I'm telling y'all, I see the blue as more of a thickness and a being than I do those white clouds. Like I can see
Well,
pretty.
China, this what this test proves is it does everything around us. Think about it. Everything that we visualize is light. That the only reason we see is because light is being projected into our eyeballs, and
Right.
that's what we see. So what
One
she
percent. 1%. We only see 1% of the light spectrum.
Well,
okay,
the
well,
dark
but
controls.
everything that comes into our eyes is light. That's what we see. And so
Oh.
what this experiment proves is that
Oh,
like we totally
just got
can
it.
it's in this is I can't even
Yeah, I
wrap my
just
brain
got it.
around it, sister.
Jana, I just got what you were saying. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna look into that. But now I get where you're coming from. I see that angle.
See,
Yeah.
the negative consciousness is
Yeah.
telepathic as well, and they know our strengths and they know our weaknesses,
But is that
and they
fair to
don't.
us? Is that fair? That is so not fair. Just saying.
Well, we're telepathic originally too, but they kind of knocked us out with the amnesia. So everybody's on different levels
Yeah.
of
Of awakeness.
telepathy.
Is it? I mean, everybody who has amnesia is eventually going to wake, right? I hope before this, because I got a feeling, y'all, our past is about to meet our future, and everything's about to change as you know it. Everything
I
about
think
to change.
everybody has this unnervy feeling about that a bit. You know,
Don't.
like
What we're trying to change, though, we're trying to change that. We don't want anybody having any kind of fear about what's going to happen. Now that I know the difference when you say stand your ground and walking through the valley of death, I know now that it is really nothing to fear. That
no,
that's
there's
the
this is
message,
not fear for me at all. No, it's not
We
fear.
are
There's
eternal creators. We have abilities that are above your wildest imaginations.
yeah.
well,
Yeah,
and that's why I
We
wanted you to tell her about the double slit
yeah, I get it.
because the fact that this light to me, the light is you, okay,
Hmm. I get it.
and it is all knowing. So us having a
no,
knowledge about it, it it can sense what we know, and if we think a certain thing, it's like we can manifest our
I think
thoughts
it's a
almost. It's,
download though. Do you believe you get
No, we
downloaded? I get
can't.
downloaded a lot. Like downloaded
No,
all
it's not.
this.
It's not manifesting that we have the abilities to do like when we're not here. When we're not here, we manifest all day long. Uh every second, you
That's
know.
why, yeah, that's why Shannon. I think it
But
was you that brought it to my attention about daydreaming. Daydreaming is like literally, I mean, what was it, Shannon? Meditating. Because I don't
meditate,
meditate.
meditate.
I don't know how, really, honestly.
Well, I stare into a candle and just get in that daydreaming state.
I
You know,
certainly
that
try to do that.
transcendental,
Yeah.
transcendental state, and then be a neutral observer and don't think. I got an assignment for everybody. For 15 minutes, even. Don't think. Just don't resist it, but just let the thoughts come. Just let them come. Don't own any of them. Just let them come and go by. Don't address any of them. Don't start, you know, don't start that monkey to chatter, man. Just let it go, let it go, let it go.
I can
but
try.
I also think with the whole all the meditation and doing that, you also have to be very careful it because the dark wants to come
The
in there
dark
super
ones.
strong when you're doing that as well. I highly, highly want to put out that
Not
warning to
Well,
people.
channeling.
see, Shanna, you remember that's where I found
Not
my
channeling.
that's where I found that there was a creator. Whenever my husband died 2 days later, that entity took my shirt and lifted it over my head in front of my niece, just took my shirt and lifted, and then started talking to me digitally on my cell phone. I knew then that, well, we had to do to get him out was like highly. It was the craziest thing I ever been in my life. I actually had to scream and demand him out while having paranormal team on the phone with a preacher in front of me to get it out. And I
Yeah.
know
So
now exactly what you mean. You got
Ultraviolet light.
it's
so
like playing
you
with a
do.
Ouija board. Don't do it.
Yeah, that's the only reason I
Ultraviolet
say
light.
when you meditate, if anybody's gonna meditate, I'm just want to put that out there is
Yeah.
that you got to put those guards up in your mind,
Yeah.
protect you from any outside entities that you do not want to come
You
into
want a
you.
protection? Use ultraviolet light when you meditate.
What, like a black light?
Ultraviolet.
The other way around.
Sunshine,
Yeah.
sunshine.
Yeah.
Those are
Because
lighting a
they don't.
candle or in the center
Miss
of the night.
China, in your videos, my videos, you've seen those little guys, and they got there's some of them are white, look kind of like Snoopy, sort of, and they got a black thing over their eyes.
They look like a Snoopy or a raccoon. Yes, I know
Yeah,
exactly what you're talking about. And y'all
yeah.
gotta understand that that solidifies me because she and I do not talk other than right here when she's up here. We don't talk outside of this, nothing. And she's always bringing up these little. She's distinctively telling me what these beings look like, and I see them all the time. Like she can call them out. The green ones, the blue ones, the triangle
Nope.
heads, the tall ones that are so tall but they're lit up. Like it's just crazy. This is what I'm telling y'all. I am China Miss Jones, Tammy and Jones from Atlanta, Georgia. I'm 51 years old, but I believe in this woman. She clarifies my beliefs from what I see in that sky. Like she,
I was
woo, I
I
love it.
was having a
I love it.
a telepathic communication with one of them. Yeah, they do talk sometimes. I try not to talk to them or even give them any attention
Okay, you
anymore.
know what?
But
I'm gonna go
when
there.
I was
Go ahead.
when I was doing my when I was doing my research, I wanted to find out who are these mofos, man? Who are these?
Mm-hmm.
because they created all kinds of problems. Well, I was having a telepathy session with
I'm glad
one
you
of
see my
them,
photos. Go
and
ahead. Keep talking.
they presented. He presented like a hologram of him looking like kind of like a monster looking thing. And I said, nope, that show me your true form. And then he changed it and made him look like another like type of humanoid, actually very handsome. And I said, no, that's not your form. And then he turned into like a lizard
Mm-hmm.
being. And
Shanna,
I
that's
said,
what I was.
yeah.
I was gonna bring
I
that up
said,
to Shanna. Go
more
ahead.
like it. I said, that's more like it. And I said, well,
Yeah.
you just keep on going. Don't let the door hit your ass on the way out.
Yeah.
And,
See,
and we
see,
can
I
talk to them.
I
I do it all the
consider
time.
those
Go
things.
ahead.
I consider those things demonic. Because I
Mm.
keep things in a very biblical. I know that may not be your forte, but that's where I keep things in a biblical term. So I all of these things like the
They'll,
lizard people and things like that. And when I say biblical, I don't even like that word anymore. The the Bible, that word Bible does that's a new word. It's basura. The basura is what it's called. But anyway, I like to try to keep things more tied to that kind of idea. And so I do see there's demons. There are demons. There's angels. Well,
well,
even
they
there's
oblige.
bad angels too, and they're constantly battling above us. They're battling right here in my
Oh shit!
freaking house.
All
Yeah,
right.
but they oblige whatever you believe in because they set up the belief down to it's a programming down to the DNA level.
And that's when
They
y'all used to
set it
tell
up.
me. Shanna used to tell me that I'm manifesting. Remember, you used to tell me the difference between manifesting good and bad, and I actually started using it, and it worked. Like,
Yeah, you
Well,
were
they read your
manifesting these
mind.
wicked things in your house. I remember.
They read
yep.
your mind.
And then I
She
changed it.
she she was manifesting things in her house, and it was
Yeah.
not good, not good whatsoever.
I'm looking for that
She
video right
wasn't doing it. They were obliging. They read her mind. They read our minds, and they change form according to what is going to fulfill the agenda that they're trying to carry out. Like when the dragon woman, the lady thing, I
now. Was
was,
she dragon or was she serpent dragon with feathers?
she was, no, she was like a Jurassic Park dragon that had intelligence and she could change her eyes and she changed them red and she was staring at me and then projected at me this hate because they hate humans, but they're, see, they have the ability to create holograms in this place. This whole place is a hologram. It's not reality.
That damn.
Yeah, and I perceive all of these things as being very malevolent beings. Okay, I
They
don't trust
are.
them. I don't.
But being malevolent, did they ever exist?
They've always been here. They're walking around and they're on us. It's like I say, you can't build a home in a spider web with unseen monster vampires crawling all over you, sucking your energy. And, you know, totally putting the control fist on us. We are hostages, basically. And our higher selves are here. That is my main message. I know about the dark.
But not by choice, though, right?
Hey, China,
It
you
was
you
part of
understand
my
malevolence
training.
not a good thing, right, China? You know what I
Yes,
mean?
yes. You say benevolent, and I think horns.
No,
Yeah.
it's malevolent, not benevolent. Benevolent is good.
No, no.
Yeah,
I said they're malevolent, not
Oh,
with
okay.
good,
yeah, yeah.
bad.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That
Bad.
there's no good intentions from these beings whatsoever. That they just want to manipulate things all around us to make us believe these
This
these
shit.
certain things. They're constantly want to drag, and listen, this,
Drag
do
us
you ever,
down. Keep us
they
down.
and they constantly will present us, even in the truth community, they will constantly present us with rabbit holes to go down for distractions as well. This is
And
Shadow
something that is,
chasing.
but see,
yes,
look, that's look, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Everybody has to. Do you agree? Everybody has to go through that rabbit hole. I mean,
yes, I
everybody.
It's
agree.
it's
Yes, these rabbit holes.
In
intuition.
order to get to the top, nobody comes out on top. You gotta work earn
What
your way.
this is
Forget
this
about
is just
being
where
human.
this is
You're
just where
not
I
a
am trying to.
human.
I understand now that all the little rabbit holes going down flat Earth, and JFK, the moon is, and it never will stop ever. There will always be another little. There will always be something,
And you
and
gotta
they are
admit that
the.
everybody has the same lesson. We all have the
I
same
know
lesson,
that. Yes,
right?
I know that. But
So we're
there are people. There are some people, China, though, that they will never ever come out of that loop of keeping going down like insane rabbit holes. Okay,
yeah.
and
I think that those people don't have souls. If they continue to do over and over, that means they were put here to do nothing more than cause disasters and hurt and pain and So if you have a soul,
Oh,
everybody has a
China.
okay. Tell me why I'm wrong. I
No, no.
think that
I'm
everybody has a
not doing
chance.
that.
If you have a soul,
I was heading to it.
is
Um,
somebody putting
you
out
know
souls
all
besides
the
God?
abductions, all the abductions. I've had experiences. Oh my god. Um,
Just answer one
like
question:
I've had
Is God the only
ancestry,
distributor of souls? Are Elohim's God, whoever whatever you refer to as him, her, it, or whatever, is
divine
the only
consciousness,
giver? Okay, go ahead.
divine consciousness,
Is he
which
the
we
only?
all are a part of.
Yeah, but we have to earn our soul. Is it
Well,
assigned to us?
no, no, we are already eternal. We have
eh,
eternal life force energy, and that is the golden goose that these negatives are after is each individual's soul life force energy that is eternal because they are a dying consciousness. Need they
Negativity to
need
survive.
energy. They
Yeah.
need energy. They don't have any because they're not eternal beings. They're
Okay.
negatives. And so that's why they built this soul trap. So they could get us to create loosh to keep us going until the big harvest.
it makes me think of Monsters Inc. Somebody, I can't remember who it was, but they did a breakdown. Have you ever seen that cartoon, the little kids movie, Monsters Inc.?
Yeah.
Yes.
I was gonna show y'all a video, but I think y'all have already seen it. Never mind.
It
I was gonna show
it's
y'all that
kind of
old.
like that. It's kind of like that. They feed off our fear, and
Yeah,
and
well,
at the end,
that's played in every. Well, maybe it's because
Yes.
it's the same thing. Is like once you learn
Yes.
something, you notice it so much more. But I notice
Yes.
that's what makes you not watch TV anymore because you already see it. All these little characters that represent everything I see in the sky. Y'all already
uh,
schooling for them ahead of
TV
time.
is the biggest
yes,
programming tool.
and China.
Yes.
What's so funny is that we keep thinking like, oh man, they just keep remaking movies and this and that, and it's the fact
It's
is that
monotonous.
they haven't ran out of stories. They've just ran out of new ways to tell the same story they're always telling us.
Yeah.
It's like,
And
The,
So
ugh,
why not use that time instead to go within and connect with your soul
Exactly,
family?
because they're not
Because
ready.
that's where your power is anyway. It's the only way to return to state of origin because um March 2020 is when I aligned, and when I first saw my soul family there was only about seven of them there that were present, but there's more like 20.
Soul family
And
consists of, are you
and there
talking about my
was
kids? I hope. What are your soul
mm,
family? What does that consist of?
soul family is okay. Everybody has their own persona, their basic persona.
Hmm.
And there are variations to each persona, and that determines the soul family. It's the same basic one, but not all of you have the same experiences, and that's what I was getting to. There were two males, they were showing me like a motion picture, sort of, no sound, but they were showing me that their lives, they were down here on ground. And the main point of them showing me was so that I would know that they made it off this grid and they have reunited. So I want everybody to have their reunions. And if we're really successful at this, it'll start a butterfly effect. The more people align, the more people tell others, do you hear the tones? The tones are your higher selves.
Yeah,
But
you
you
know
have
I
to
hear 'em.
stop thinking and feel. Observe, sense your energies around you. Practice, practice, practice.
I try.
The answers are in the stillness.
But I'm trying to do
Be
this.
the frequency you desire.
Yeah, and that was the quote that had me hooked. You had me at that quote.
hey, you know,
Yes.
China, just like me and you always agree to disagree on certain things. I think me and Leslie are going to have to agree to disagree on how we believe about things too.
Well, you know what I have? You know what I have? Oh, my battery's running low. You know what I have to say to that? If we all thought the same, it would be pretty damn boring. I mean,
You've
how
said
Right.
that many times,
would our
sister.
conversations be? How can anyone think exactly the same? If you say you think like me and everything is okay with you, what I say, you really ain't listening to me. You're not, because I damn near, I'm telling you, 9 times out of 10, I'm usually jerking somebody's chain when I talk. And if you agree,
I I know I'm jerking people's chains when I talk. I know I am. Like to be honest, if I could talk very honest with people in my family, not like my
ooh,
husband or anything, but if I talk honest with people in my family, I I
yeah, I get you. I get you. I,
because within the past year I have renounced Christianity. I consider myself a very uh Yahuwah fearing woman, but
right?
I denounce Christianity, and Jesus Christ is definitely not a person I want to. I don't. That is not a name I like to say. I think saying it in itself is like putting a curse on me. So,
Hmm.
and
Those,
think about go back to me 2 years ago, China.
Yeah, right. We were, you know what?
those,
Man, y'all gotta check out my streams. Go 2 years ago. Y'all gotta check out me and Shanna. She's on so many of my live streams. We have grown so much together and apart, and together and apart. It's just ridiculous. I think the proof is in the pudding. And everything we've done is positive. Everything that we have done, No matter what we went through, we always came out positive. We're still doing what we do, and that's spreading awareness, you guys. Even the smallest thing, don't you ladies agree? The smallest thing that you can bring up
Right,
to somebody,
right,
change their everyday.
right, right. Like,
Smallest thing.
why
Like,
is humanity a species with amnesia? And I say, those who control the minds and beliefs of humanity owns them. But sisters, I ain't owned. I don't have beliefs for that reason because I'm not going to be manipulated, controlled, and tricked. And, that was my question when I was 5 years old. I said to myself, I said, dang it, I'm going to have to spend all my life in the library reading and reading. And I hate to read so that I never get tricked or fooled. Now, how, at 5 years old, I'm thinking to protect myself from getting tricked or fooled. And I had nothing like that in my life. It was a very pleasurable life chasing after the boys I liked.
Do you know what? This lifetime, I really don't have any regrets. Like, I don't know if I said this in past lives, but at this point, I've made a lot of screw ups, but I truly believe that I have forgiven and I have been forgiven as far as I know. And I feel good about that. Like, I think I've done all I could do. Like, I know there's things, I'm not going straight to heaven, boom. I'm going to get, some footnotes on this, but I feel good about who I am. I do.
I'm free. I'm not bound to any one location. I'm probably gonna be fighting the dark ones still. Trying just recovering the collective still for a while. I'm not sure.
I'm going to ask this question. I'm going to let y'all ladies go. I truly believe that we are going to see something significant. The big earthquake that talk about in Revelation and all that. I think that that's going to be, uh, I think that's going to be the major manifestation of this dragon slash serpent slash many head with feathers and many legs being coming into finally manifesting, as I've been watching it do for many years, into our realm. My question to you guys is, I forgot. Damn. Oh, what is that
Oh,
what is that
pay
earthquake
attention.
about? Go
Pay
ahead.
attention to the shadows. When I watch some videos and I'll see like a shadow behind like a little ship. The
The
negatives are
shadows are
doing
not
the
shadows. The
holographic.
shadows are real. I say that all the time. Y'all think that's a shadow because it looks to us like it's a shadow. That's our perspective. That's what we've been taught to see. But they're not shadows. These are the actual object. It's like it doesn't have a shadow.
Yeah,
Actually,
but the shadow is
they're
even with
replicating.
the ship. It's
Yeah,
even with the ship.
I get what you're
It
saying
is
now.
the
Yeah,
it
yeah.
is the equipment that they use to project a hologram,
And I'm telling you,
and
you can
they're
see three or
directing
four of
it.
them.
They're,
They replicate, literally. They replicate. It's like mirror
right,
imaging. They replicate. It's just, that's how
right.
the darkness will take over because it's replicating everything in sight, right down to the leaf on a tree. It will imitate it, replicate
We
it.
live we live in their dark realm.
Yes.
That's
And
why I
it's
say it's
about to be
important.
all dark. Sorry.
Haven't you ever noticed? I got this one friend. He's checking rocks and looking at rocks, and he goes, that looks like a giant's toe or something. And then I look at that. Oh, what's that guy's name? He's down
Which
in
one?
South Africa. South
Yeah,
Africa.
yeah, you're talking about my boy with the mud fossils.
Yeah, and he
Uh,
said
yeah.
those stones ring like
Yes.
bells.
Yes.
And then he figured out that they're not stones, they're past giants'
Yes.
body parts.
Yes. And you know what? After the Giants, though, well, the pyramids, you guys, were built by sonic waves, sound waves. These
Right.
that's how they lifted things. All the big ha ha ha, who did it and why is over. They simply use sound
Sound.
frequencies.
Have you ever seen those beetles? The
Yes,
beetles,
yes, I know what you're talking about.
and how they have the resonant sounds that, and they
Yes,
could just basically float,
yep,
and those scarabs is what they're called,
yep.
and scarabs were high. You look at Egyptian symbols; they have scarabs all over the place, you know.
Mm-hmm,
So
mm-hmm,
they obviously knew something about this sound
mm-hmm.
and this resonance of frequency and stuff. So,
Yep.
people like to say that people were dumb back then, and we're so smart today. No, we're dumb today. They were smart back
And
then. We're
yeah,
getting
amen.
dumber.
Yeah, we
Well,
are
that's
lower. We're just
because
a lower case of or lower frequency than them right now.
we were put in that low frequency, not
Yes,
by an accident.
yes,
It was
yes.
on purpose,
So
so that
the
we
tough
wouldn't
question.
remember
The tough question
ourselves.
is, why did
I
God
mean,
allow that?
literally,
Why did?
literally, scientists are trying to break down the scarab beetle technology today.
And there's
They
so many
just can't do
stones
Well,
it.
that look like rocks, like she was saying. There's so many stones that look like rocks. I did this
and
research
then
years ago, man. You can do so much with
and
these guys.
and
Seriously,
Rex Bar, he's out in Arizona,
is he now?
and he's got a Rex Bar.
Yeah, I love Rex.
Yeah, and you see, he was saying it looks like melted buildings.
Mm.
So they got rid of the civilization
Wait a minute, you went out.
by
They got rid of what? You went totally out.
probably by the sun. Who did?
You did.
She.
You
You
went out.
did.
You did. You
You
went
said
out.
Oh,
he's doing what?
the buildings. It looks like melted buildings out there where the. I guess he was at the end of the Grand Canyon or something.
Mm.
He
Oh
said
yeah,
that it
they do.
melted buildings.
Is that a hologram? You think?
I
I
know
mean,
that
No,
destroy the
it's in
surface.
the rock. The rocks look like melted buildings.
Right. They're like bricks that melted. You realize how hot that's gotta be?
yeah,
That
That's
gotta be
gotta be
hot.
from something.
that's interesting. I mean,
So
we know something's about to happen, you guys. I mean, we've been doing this so long. I've been doing this so long. I already know the signs have been in the heavens, and it goes much deeper than our channels. It's everything is in place, and I think that that's why I'm doing what I do. Hell, I read something I dreamed earlier. Who does that? Me? Like everybody has to step up to the plate, use your channel to the best of your advantage, and do something crazy like I do. Maybe you might
yeah,
reach somebody. I'm serious. It could
Girl,
pay
be
I've been
attention to your
having
synchronicities.
I've
yes.
been having crazy dreams.
Watch it. Dreams are infiltrated by the dark ones. I know. I've had firsthand experience where I knew who it was. It was the feline woman. Of course, that was just a projection too. It's they just do it to
I've been having
inform.
crazy dreams. Like in what it's those crazy dreams when like when you wake up, they're like right there on your mind, and then like 5 minutes
Do you
later
write
you
them
can't.
down?
No, what I was gonna say is 5 minutes later you can't remember them. They're gone. You know,
Right, right, right.
and but you can remember they were so vivid and so lucid, and then it's
Well, if
gone.
it's
Uh,
said you were probably there. You, she got. Is it me or Miss China?
what?
Oh,
My
she
battery,
disappeared.
my battery died on the laptop, and my phone is
Oh,
at 2%. And my phone's at 2%. And Mark's got the cord, so I'm screwed.
Well, I got to go anyway, ladies. I love you.
All right. I
I,
love you too. I told you guys I was going to start doing this more often, and I meant to did it. So just
It was
encourage
very
others.
nice to meet you. Now,
just
is it?
Where'd you
Tell
go?
me
What?
your name again. I'm sorry,
Leslie, and you're
Leslie,
Donna Shannon.
Shanna.
I'll send you her
Shanna.
link, and I'll send y'all each other's link.
All right.
Wait a minute, Leslie. I
Uh,
don't know how to contact you other than YouTube. You hit me. You know, Hangouts. Can you do Hangouts?
We got a chat on Instagram.
I can't
oh,
get
her
into my
Instagram
girlfriend.
screwed.
I cannot get
She
into my
she is
Instagram.
Oh,
locked out of her
I'm
Instagram.
locked out, yo, as of today.
all platforms, Leslie High.
But I do have a new Facebook, you guys,
And
and
then,
it is in the description. We can do that Facebook. I just made it last
yeah, all
night. Okay.
right.
Check the
Hey,
description, everybody. Yeah, that's what we'll do.
China.
Shanna,
I
honey,
know your
Shannon,
phone's fixing to die, and girl, you know I'm up
much love,
way past my
everybody.
bedtime. So
I know. Do you have a Facebook, Shanna?
no.
I
Well,
wouldn't know.
I do. I have one, but it's like 10 years old. It's like actually it's 15 years old, and I can't access it.
Yeah,
So no.
I had mine for 8 years and they banned me. I've been banned for a year and a half. I'm gonna sneak over there and get all my photos
Well,
and then delete
I
that one.
can't.
Man,
I
they
can't
just
get on
delete
mine
shit
because
off of mine.
I can't remember my passwords and my email to that old account, so I can't get into it. So
Well, that's why
I
I want you to be partners with me on this Facebook. Leslie, go ahead. I'm so sorry we're talking over you. We're so bad at that. Shh.
You can recover your Facebook. You just go to the
Oh no, no, no! They banded
help
me.
center.
No, they like banded me from that one channel.
It's
It's still
well,
up. I've
confusing.
never been able
and
to get into it.
my Facebook I can't get into because I can't remember the email that I had for it, and I sure as hell can't remember the password. So
Make
I
up a
don't even
new
care.
one. Make up a new one, and then you'll be able to talk to them. And be like,
Oh
can you
no,
delete the page I had?
I already started a new Facebook and deleted it. So I
You
don't.
know the crazy thing? They deleted mine a year and a half ago, way before they came up with all these rules. Because now they're like, China, you'll never be able to post on Facebook again. I'm like, what are you talking about? Now they're like really strict, but I'm just going to give it a go. It is what it is. It's just a damn
But
social
you
account.
can do
They delete it. I don't care.
Messenger.
I'm gonna try.
You don't have to have Facebook to be on Messenger Facebook.
No, well, technically, let me tell you something. I use Facebook because I'm into this money marketing thing that I'm doing, affiliated marketing online. And I need all
Right.
the open social network I can do because I'm going to teach y'all also how to shorten URLs and get paid for it. So I need as many. That's the reason I opened up my Facebook. But I'm going to use it also to pass messages so I can just be there. But yeah, y'all can make money online for free. You start for free. So all I got to do is learn the technique. Hell, I'm still learning. It's been about 4 days for me, still in class. But it's all you got to do is shorten URLs from your favorite channels. Yep, make money. But anyway, yeah. So peace, love, and light to y'all. Hell, you might as well make money online. I can't go anywhere else. I can't get hired anywhere because I won't take the shot. So let me do what I can online. They ain't worried about whether I'm vaccinated or not. That's the best way to
True.
go. And I'm gonna get that camper when I get my stimulus because I'm getting it all at once. Yes, sir. Oh, by
All
the way,
right.
people, you can use your YouTube channels. Everybody, y'all can use your YouTube channel for a small business and get that PPP loan. Yes, you can. You don't have to pay the loan back. It's forgiven. You won't get, but about you ain't getting 20,000, but I'm getting 6. So look into that.
Heck
So I love y'all.
yeah!
Yeah,
What?
you gotta listen to. They don't tell you that here on YouTube. But I love y'all.
All right.
Let me tell y'all
Love
Love
something
you
you
good.
back.
too.
I'm also coming out with a channel on how to break into devices. Just want y'all to know that. Like I turned my laptop into a touchscreen. Yes, I did. I have unlocked 3 of my friends' phones from lock. Yeah, got it. I'm gonna teach y'all how to break into some stuff. Saying.
All
A lot
right.
of us do forget our emails. We forget our passwords. You can't get into your technical. I mean, your can't get into your social network because you have technical difficulties because you forgot something. I'm gonna show you how to fix that.
Hey, I used to make videos, how-to videos, and used, abused, and confused needs to. I don't even know how old that video is. Remember when I made a YouTube video showing how to post links so Julie Miss Marvin could
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
share
yeah,
links?
yeah.
Used, abused, and confused does not know how to post links, and I wish I can't post a link to my video that shows you how to do that, but it's pretty easy. And maybe I need to make another video
Yeah, that's what you need
on
to do.
how to post a link.
Yeah. I also want to, and I need partners for this. Hint, partners. I want to also, I might as well make some money off YouTube, y'all. All you have to do is help me out with posting, every other day a video on the top five, whatever. It could be the top five scariest videos, but I can show y'all the links where you can get edit. I mean, everything's free. There's no copyright on these snippets. I just need y'all to help me out with the words. Y'all word it. I'll make it. We post it. You get 1 million views in a month. That and one more hint, I'm gonna let y'all go. My battery's about to die. The videos that put you to sleep, the ones with the seashores and the rain and the storms, that sleeping
Oh
video,
yeah,
4
yeah.
hours of recording, I can do that and grant you that's where the top money making is. But not only will I create the channel, I can take that link and shorten it and put it all over my social network and get paid every time somebody presses that link. Yeah, y'all.
Heck yeah.
Wow,
I'm
Girl, if
making
you
it
can make money doing
wow.
it, you go make your money. You do it.
That's why I've been so quiet. But I'm gonna need help though, for real. They have these things where you can pay somebody $5 to write stuff for you. No, I'd rather pay y'all. I'd rather
Hey,
pay y'all and get it all together. Hmm.
used, abused, and confused said, please do. I really need to learn links.
Oh, it's
Why?
so easy. It's copy and paste. Oh, Shannon,
It
you need to
is
do that
so
for her.
easy.
If you
It is
don't, I
so
will.
easy,
It
girl.
is too
And
easy.
it's easier than it's you think.
Yeah.
And I taught Julie Marvin how to do it with one of my simple little. I made a short little video for her so she could do it. And
Yeah.
immediately now Julie is a posting
Yeah.
madhouse lady.
That's what we do. Just like you were a live streaming mamma jamma when you did Mobizium. Just like I taught
Oh
people how
girl,
to look at the sky with using a CD. Remember, I did a
I
video and showed
I
myself
may
looking
do
up at
some.
the
I may do some crazy stuff at the beginning, try to figure it out, but I'll figure
CD.
it out. I'll
That's what
figure it
makes it
out.
worth it, though. All right. I love you guys. It's about to die. Leslie, thank you so much for
I
tuning in. As always, I
love
love
you,
you and learn from you.
girls. Love you.
All
Love you, everybody
right,
in chat.
much love.
Peace, love, and light. I'll see y'all tomorrow night.
All
Night
Bye.
right,
night.
Bye, guys.
night, everybody.
Bye.
Love you, Chitty Chat. I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna do better one day. I wish I could just let them talk. Well, I wish y'all just join the panel. How about that? Love y'all. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.